All right, everybody, we have a Moto Stars video. We have a video that's after this one. Some chicks fall off the bike. It's not a good one, but let's take a look. We're going to be going over the plan method. We're going to be smart riders. Whoa! Okay, maybe we're going to have to stick with this one just a teeny tiny bit. He just crapped his pants. So let's go back. So it's red.
Doing everything right.
All right, so he did a nice little head check. That's very good. Remember what I said? We're going over the plan method. So intersections are hazardous situations for motorcycle riders. Usually it's a left turner. We got the pen out. Usually it's like somebody doing this, right? And then we collide into them. That's not good. Typically it's not going to happen when it goes from red to green, but when it's a stale green light, you go through the intersection. So once again, hazardous situation. We're assessing irrelevant threats. We have to look both ways before we go. Green does not mean go. It means you have the opportunity and it's your turn to go. It means to look both ways and double check. And it's going to be pretty hard here when it's at dusk or maybe dawn. I don't know. You know, it's the sun. It's a little bit low. But we have a dude that is going to run this red light because he needs to go home real quick because he has to take a dump. Okay, he can't hold it. He just can't hold it. Maybe there's a little bit coming out in his seat. But right there, be very careful. So what can we do in this situation? We're going to accelerate through. We see that. So as soon as you see that, it's going to be way too quick for you. But if you're able to see it a little bit, we have 3 things we can do in an emergency situation. Mercy brake, mercy swerve, mercy accelerate. Here, let's do some good mercy braking. We're only going 20-ish, I think. And so we should be able to at least stop pretty quickly here, but very lucky. Now, part of being a smart rider is acquiring and using personal protective equipment. I'm just going to let you know right now, if he got hit by that car as a T-bone, he would not be alive, even with gear. Mechanism of injury right there. That's a pretty high mechanism. So he's very lucky. All right, let's move on to the next one, to these unlucky women. Okay? These unlucky women. Yeah, check your pants. All right. Let's see. Yep, wheelie down, hit the ground. You see the head bobble? Everyone's taking a look at, let's go back just a little bit more, right at the beginning. All right, so everyone's taking a look at these 2 women. They are riding in very minimal clothing. They do have a full-face helmet on, so it's very nice of their boyfriends to give them full-face helmets, but also not telling them, hey, I'm going to be doing a wheelie, or hey, we're doing something pretty high risk, and it'd be very important if you had gear. And she's like, I don't have gear. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, if you're going to be my long-term girlfriend, I'm going to go ahead and invest in some gear for you because I love to share my hobby with you. So I'm going to keep you safe. You know, I'm going to buy you some cheap gear to start. I'm not going to go all out. I'm not going to buy you a whole tracksuit, but I'll at least go, not bargain bin and not used, but I'll go to Cycle Gear or RevZilla. There is a link in the description for some beginner gear too, by the way. Just click it, it goes to RevZilla. And, you know, let's just get some of the cheap stuff. You know, as long as it has abrasion resistance, it fits you well, and it's got armor in it. And, you know, we got you a helmet. I mean, maybe my old helmet that's over 5 years old, which you need to replace every 5 years, by the way. But yeah, we got you this helmet. Then maybe even think about getting, you know, a Cardo Pack Talk Edge Duo so you can hook it up. You know, you probably don't need the Edge for your passenger. You can get like the Spirit, something cheap so you can talk to each other and be like, hey, I'm about to do a wheelie. Hold on. I don't know. Or at least do like a hand signal. She has her hands around your waist, just grab and be like, hold on. Like you guys talked about it beforehand. And then she holds on. Or her foot slipped too. So maybe get better passenger pegs, you know, something a little bit more grip. You see how there's so much that we could do to keep our passengers safe? And then if she's like, I'm not going to wear this. I'm not going to do that. I want to look good. I want to look sexy. You know, all that stuff. It's like, okay, well then I'm not going to take you on the bike. I don't know. That's just how I think. Write in the comments if that's how you think too. Unless you just, you know, want a new girlfriend after this, because this is going to be a huge recovery. So let's take a look one more time. So just watch her right foot. Watch her right foot. There's the initial slip. So her foot slipped off. She's probably wearing, you know, non-grippy shoes. Just got to look good. Maybe they're a little bit loose, so they slipped off. And those passenger pegs on sport bikes are just the tiniest piece of metal with no grip. Not good. So there's a big part right there, but she also probably started falling back on the bike because she wasn't holding on. Those seats for those sport bikes are very minimal, very tiny. This is another reason why I like having a sissy bar, but obviously you're not gonna do that on a sport bike. I like to have it on a cruiser, and I'm not gonna do wheelies. Like there's just so much so much we could have been doing differently here. So now when we talk about mechanism of injury, so the asphalt, I have mentioned that it's a lot like sandpaper, but I've been getting comments here. It's more like a grinder. It's pretty much the case. It's not smooth. And so even sliding across just a tiny bit is going to hurt. I mean, you slide across the carpet a little bit and you get a carpet burn. That hurts quite a bit. So now imagine something not soft. Imagine something a little bit more, aggregate in it. And there's going to be the impact. So those knees are going to be damaged. So we're going to start getting level 1, maybe level 2, hopefully not level 3 road rash. Level 1 is going to be, a carpet burn. It's going to be painful. It's the top layer. Kind of think of sunburns. Think of actual burns. So a level 1 sunburn is just going to be like, yeah, it's a sunburn. It sucks. It's red. It hurts a little bit. Put some aloe vera on it. It's like, ooh, that's cold. Or if you tap it, ow, don't do that. Level 2 sunburn is when you get the blisters. That's a level 2 burn. Like an actual thermal burn where you get blisters. That's not good. You don't want to pop those. Don't do that. They might pop on their own, but don't pop them. It's creating its own Band-Aid, basically. And so that's bad. So maybe level 2 here. So maybe it's not a blister, but you're starting to rip off that top layer of the skin. Level 3 is when you rip off the skin. Level 4, that's when we start getting muscle tissue and the fascia and all that stuff. So I'm hoping it's not that. But it's very easy, and there's the head impact. That's not good. So that thankfully she has a chin bar, protects her face at least. She now can wear clothes to cover up all the scars, and now she maybe has like a broken tooth or maybe like a headache, and so at least she has her pretty face still. Now she's gonna have to wear some clothes to cover up those legs. And then same thing for everything else, hands and this clothing, you're still gonna feel the transfer of heat from the friction of the road, and you're still gonna get some burns possibly. And some road rash. Not good. Hey, welcome, Duke. Thank you for that. I don't know what that is. Joules. I got 800 joules. I have no idea what that is, but I appreciate it. If you guys want to join and click all that stuff, hit subscribe. But we also have our friend up here, with no clothes. He's newly single now. She's going to hopefully date someone else. But we're in a group ride. We're all trying to do it for pictures. And this is a very typical TikTok-y type thing. And I like talkies, so I'm going to call it TikTok-y. I'm on TikTok, but it just auto post to it. Don't really care about it. But I don't know where I was going with that. But basically, this is what is happening now. This is what is happening all across Instagram. This is what, at least I'm on there. This is what's happening all across. This is what's happening all across TikTok, where a lot of women and even men, at least men are, wanting to look cool and all armored up, in full gear. But it's typically, just women not wearing any clothes. A lot of them have skill. They're doing wheelies without clothes. They're just wanting to show the boobs and then have a link in the bio to some spicy content. Think of it as marketing. That's what they're doing. They're marketing their spicy content when it comes to these Instagram reels and everything. I like to put my link in the bio, but I don't have any spicy content. I tried to register only Dan's. It didn't work. But everything that's in my bio is for educational stuff. Everything in their bio is for the spicy content. And my stuff is marketing to get you to go to the YouTube and to check out the books, the Smart Rider Motorcycle Training System that I have right here, so you can learn all the stuff I'm talking about today in these live streams and these videos. They're doing it for this. So don't be fooled, women, men. Don't be fooled to be like, yeah, I'm gonna start riding a motorcycle because it looks sexy, it looks cool, and I'm not gonna wear clothes. This is the reality of it. There's a good chance, and yeah, it's the boyfriend's fault. Ooh. It's the boyfriend's fault in this situation, but women do this all the time, riding their own motorcycles. There's a lot of fatalities when it comes to women riding like this. Because you're doing it for a different reason. You're doing it because you want to look sexy on a motorcycle. 95% of my audience is men, so I guess I'm talking to like 0.1% of the women that might watch this. But you're doing it because you want to look sexy. I like to ride because I enjoy riding, and it's a lot different than driving a car, and I just want to ride safely. That's it. I don't know. We have different motivations. Just realize you're doing a dangerous activity, a very dangerous activity that you need to have a skill set and you need to have some form of armor and being a smart rider. to actually mitigate any injuries for a lack of skill or for unknown causes. So this right here, like I said, she had no control over the motorcycle doing this wheelie. So any unknown cause of like a boyfriend doing a wheelie without telling you he's going to do a wheelie so you can hold on will cause you to fall down and crash. It wasn't your fault, but you're the one that's going to be paying the price with the recovery. And if I was her dad, I'd be really pissed off at my daughter, and I'd be really pissed off at him. And before even having that situation, I'd be like, you're not getting on the back of a guy's bike. I'm sorry. The only bike that you're going to get on the back of is going to be my bike. And then I'm going to go ride with your boyfriend that says he knows how to ride, and I'm going to see how he rides. And I'm going to see what he's doing. It's like, hey, are you getting gear for her, or what's the point? What are you doing? What do you do? Let me see what you can do with the smart rider drills. And he's over here not being able to do slow speed maneuvers. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to move on, or give her own bike. Yeah, there you go. But she's wearing gear. Let's move on to the next one. All right, overtaking my friend with a blurred Speedo. Speeding. We have a corner coming up. What are we doing? Crazy wind dragged me to the left lane. So we just talked about women, dressing sexy, not paying attention. It is what it is. It's the TikToks. And then we have this guy right here. So now this is the guy's version of not taking accountability and doing the right thing. Okay, we just did the women's version. It usually involves, looking sexy. And this is the guy's version of looking sexy. Very ego, very adrenaline-based, very like risk-taking behavior for men. I get it. So we're going to pass our buddies on a curve coming up. We're going to do it on the straightaway on a double yellow. So we have a lot of problems here. So we're speeding really fast. Now, what happens if you speed really fast going into a corner? You tend to go wide. Okay? The trees aren't even moving. I know I paused it, but if you actually go back and just watch the trees. The trees aren't moving. They're not blowing in the wind. And so like this idea right here, crazy wind dragged me. I didn't see any of the trees, like branches kind of moving like, oh crap, crazy wind. No, we're speeding really fast going into a corner, and we're going to go wide in the corner. And he's trying to slow down, rolling off the throttle, maybe applying some brakes. I can't really tell with his right hand, but he's going fast in the corner. If you go fast in the corner without passing anybody, you're just going fast in the corner. This is what's going to happen too. So this is why I tell you guys, don't pass people before a corner. Do it on a really long straightaway that you know it's a straightaway. There's no corners coming up. You have enough time to slow it down so you can get into the corner at the appropriate speed. Because part of planning your ride is locating hazardous situations and corners and intersections. Corners right here for this situation is a lot of motorcycle riders fail to negotiate the corner, and that's how they crash and die. So right here, we're going to fail to negotiate the corner. Thankfully, we stayed on the road. But if this was a left-handed turn, he would have went off the road. So he's very lucky here. So we went wide, and we almost killed another rider. And good job not blurring. 69. Nice. 76. 78. 80. 82. 84. You forgot to blur. Your blur disappeared. Look, it's moving off to where my head is. Ah. Yeah, you forgot to do the tracking in Premiere Pro. Trust me, I know. You have to keyframe it. It takes a while, especially if you're going to be doing something like this. 84 miles an hour entering, going wide, so he must have been going at least 100. In third gar. Yeah, a little fast. You almost killed somebody. Yeah. Oh! Hey, that was an open lane pattern. We kind of talk about that a little bit. Hopefully we're going to see it in the video where typically we saw a little bit. There's another cab in front, but typically if we're in this lane, this guy right here will switch lanes and then we collide right here. So we should have done the open lane thing where it's like, oh crap, there's somebody here. I'm going to switch lanes. He should have done that. He wasn't paying attention. It is what it is. So that's why we locate hazard situations. We assess, hey, is this a threat? We're getting really close to this car. We got to navigate out of it. 3 things, remember? Swerve, accelerator, brake. We need a swerve. Swerve in this one. Didn't swerve very hard. But right here, let's just pretend we're still on the bike. This is an open lane pattern. This guy wants to switch over. 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 We're over here. Boom, we get hit. So we want to position ourselves for safety. So I'd be off on the very far right. So anybody wants to switch over, I could switch over, or I can accelerate, or I can brake. I don't know what braking would be on the line, so I'm braking. You know, I don't know. But yeah, he just hit the side. Didn't swerve hard enough. All right, let's see. What's up, Ash? Oh, and our buddy behind us. Ooh, very high mechanism. See, our buddy was in the other lane already. We probably hit some oil. We hit some oil. See the oil on the ground. So this is a great situation to remain calm, ensure our own safety, and then stop any major bleeds for our buddy crashing. Okay, it's part of the system. You get a card if you buy the print, and you also get a digital version. Oh, he's not getting up. He's not getting up. Ooh, that could have been burning his leg. His left leg's underneath the bike. He's got a full suit. That's going to hopefully keep all his bones and everything at least together. You know, until you take the suit off, then it's like Jello. All right, here we go. Blurred out our speedo. Open lane pattern. You guys see that? That's what I'm talking about. Let's just take a guess. When I'm out driving and I'm out riding, I see this all the time. And I'm like, somebody's going to pull out, watch. And I'm prepared for it. I'm ready for it. And I just let him in. That's usually how it goes. Let's see if this is what happens here. We're speeding. I don't know. Maybe a deer is going to pop out. Sometimes I'm wrong. I haven't seen this video.
He admitted his right and of the bike took a much harder hit than his body when a carriage driver blindly swerved into his lane. But
let's see. Nope, nobody's popped out. That's great. Oh, we're going to lane split. Okay, here it is. Oh, hey, it was an open lane pattern just after the truck. Yeah, so that person switched lanes after the truck. Let's take a look. Hey, thank you, Romaine. Thanks for the important work you do. I appreciate that. So he's going to lane split full on. I'm going to see if I can. He just wanted to get in the right lane. Okay, there was no cars in front of him, but still, he went to the open lane for whatever reason. It's one of the big hazards with lane splitting, but that was an open lane pattern. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes it does. It's good to see. When it doesn't happen, you're like, okay, cool. But I'm prepped and ready. Hey, he's walking. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign. Are those his jeans all tore up? It's a motorcycle gear, guys. It's reinforced. All right, here we go. Intersection. We stopped. Hopefully nobody hits us. Usually that's what happens when we do a hard stop. Sometimes the people behind us don't know. Let's go ahead and get an insurance payout. Here we go. Nice coat, dude. Yeah, hard stop. Watch out. So one thing I always I mention here when I do riding in town stuff, I'm gonna get back to the moto vlogs, is that if you're gonna do a hard stop at an intersection, if you're coming up to it and you see that it's a red light real quick and you're like, I need to stop because it's a red light, I'm gonna take a look at my rearview mirror and be like, if they're not stopping, I'm going. I don't care. I'll get a ticket. I'll tell the cop, like, hey, I only went because that guy behind me was not stopping. He was not stopping. I thought it was safer for me to go through it. I'll accept what you want to say. I'm going to go to court to fight it. If I lose, I lose. I win, I win. It is what it is, but I'm not going to get hit by another car. I'm not going to do that. It felt safe for me to go. I saw the pedestrians weren't crossed yet. You know, it was just a weird situation. So if you're in that position, that's how I would handle it. Versus like, I must stop. I'm hoping. That's usually only on like these super hard quick stops. That's why I slow down gently when I see it's red. I'm not like gunning it to then stop. I'm slowing down, downshifting, 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 and paying attention. Oh! Oh! Okay, let's take a look. So we're going. Nice belly, buddy. We're moving on. All right, so we're going through a sharp corner, and I say sharp, it does, oh, so sharp, Dan. I'm saying it because there's chevrons, okay? Chevrons indicate sharp corners. You don't see chevrons on very easy corners. It's sharp for the speed that it's there for, okay? But we're over here riding like idiots for the most part, I'm assuming. I'll make an ass out of me. That's fine. But we're going pretty fast in the corner, and we failed to negotiate the corner because we're going too fast. Okay, it's as simple as that. So let's go and get that off the board. So Buddy crashes. Okay, it is what it is. Now, if we were going like a typical normal speed, hey, we saw Jeffrey crashed again. Jeez, like the 4th time this year. I don't know how he keeps paying for bikes and he's never injured. It's weird. But I see that we're going normal speed. Well, then I can just swerve out of the way pretty easy. But if I'm going at high speed, it's going to make it very difficult to swerve unless you've practiced it quite a bit. And a lot of people don't practice this stuff. So I would have swerved pretty hard left into the next lane over there. Okay. So he hits the bike. Oh, what? We're not wearing no gear. We went up and over. We have a nice little Christmas sweater. That's not going to protect us. Maybe next year we're going to ask Santa for a jacket and gloves. So we're going to go down. So just take a look. Your body, this is a natural body thing. Your nervous system's like, I got to protect my core. I'll break my arms and my legs to protect my core. It's a natural instinct. So if you're going to do a natural instinct like this, wear gloves because you're going to rip up your hands, break your hands, a bunch of other stuff, maybe even break your radius ulna and all that stuff. You can't really protect much there. But at least your hands, you're going to put your hands out. And then typically that's going to collapse under the weight and you're going to hit your elbows. Hey, you got armor on your elbows. Hopefully that'll protect that. Breaking an elbow is terrible. So breaking your elbow possibly, and then shoulder, breaking collarbone, maybe the AC joint. Hey, you got armor there at least. Hopefully you might still break your collarbone. But then your face, because you're not going to be able to like hit the ground and be like, yeah, do a handstand. It's going to collapse face first, right? So like I just said, elbow, shoulder. Now we got right hip. But his head hit the ground too. Hey, there's his gloves. What the? They're in his back pocket. That's a great place for them. Or they're clipped on there. At least our buddy had full gear. And now we're just getting all over our spine, both hips, both sides of the hip, the iliac crest, our shoes went flying off. There's our bike. Hey, what's up, buddy? And we're all over the place. Okay, just so you guys can see, just so you guys can have some fun. All right, so rain riding. Hey, we have hazards here. So we have possible vision problems because you have rain just like on your windshield of your car, but we don't have wipers, so it's gonna be a little bit weird to see. The road surface hazard, if it just started raining, you're gonna get some oil lifted up off to the asphalt because the water will get underneath it and then lift it and take it to the side. So you got to be careful with that. And then loss of traction issues, and maybe you're getting a little bit of hypothermia because now you're wet and you're going through a wind tunnel basically because you're going 40, let's say 45 miles an hour. Now you got a 45-mile-an-hour wind coming at you, taking off all your body heat. So your hands are going to be a little crampy. You see how you're having all these issues? This is why you wear rain gear if you're going to be in the rain. Oh, we just lost traction. There it is. Whoa, that's not good. So let's hopefully get up. Nice Crocs, whatever the heck those are. Not really appropriate for rain or even riding. All right, moving on. So we're staggered. Very nice. Love it.
Speed into an unforgiving corner is always a recipe for disaster.
Okay, everyone's waving at each other. That's really nice. If you don't feel comfortable waving, just do a head nod. Keep your hands on the handlebars, especially in a turn like this. Oh, we're gonna go wide. Everyone's going wide. Sharper than we thought. Buddy crashed on the ground, so we're gonna go ahead and rescue our buddy as best as possible. Remain calm. Pull off on the side. Very nice. So why did everybody go wide? Because more than likely, everyone was following the more experienced rider. He didn't go wide. They were going the speed he was going at. Well, the speed that this person was going at right here, he can navigate this corner at this speed. Everyone here was going the same speed, but maybe it's not their speed that they can navigate that corner. So you don't have to keep up on, especially on these turns. If somebody's going, you're staying staggered, so I must go their speed. Well, if he's going faster for this corner than you are, then he's just going to take off a little bit, and you're going to, slow it down, make the corner, and then you're going to get back into your formation. Okay? Simple as that. And hopefully you have a ride leader that's going to the appropriate speed for everyone else. But these guys weren't, riding their own ride, even in a group ride. So you always have to set your own boundaries. Just because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean you have to. Nice pigtails on your helmet. Those will just, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Intersection, same thing. Locate hazard situation. Oh. Why are we putting our feet down? So we either got too slow for the gear we're in and started chugging, and then we lost balance and wanted to put our foot down. Usually you put your feet down because you lose balance. And so start chugging, put our foot down. This is what I teach you guys in the Smart Rider drills. It's part of the kit, part of the Smart Rider motorcycle training system. You get a whole bunch of other stuff like the rescue booklet, and then actually how to ride smart. This will teach you how to go from nothing in your neighborhood to getting your endorsement, the motorcycle operator skills test in the United States. We go over the actual test. And then, but the Smart Rider drills, we have 24 motorcycle drills that you can practice slow speed maneuvers. So if you get like this weird feeling, you know how to handle it, you know what gear is supposed to be, slow speed maneuvers like going around a roundabout, intersections, it helps you out in that situation. We do it all in a parking lot. But that's what it looks like to me. We lost balance. There's a reflexive foot plant. There you go, Craig. So very simple. Good job remaining calm, moving out of the way. All right, they're turning left, not a big deal. All right, I don't trust indicators. What? Oh, what are you doing? What? Okay, so they want to go left. Oh, I see the left indicator for that person too. But why are we cutting right in front and slowing? We slowed down. Okay, not much to learn in this situation. I think you guys already know. I think you already know what not to do there. All right, cruising through, having some fun. Tica's fighter. So I'm assuming this is losing traction, up and over, high side. Why is that rear tire smoking? Why is the rear tire smoking, everybody? Why did it do that? Why is it smoking? He locked it up. He slammed that rear brake. Instinctually, when you go from a car to a motorcycle, you use your right foot for the gas, right? The go pedal. And then when something happens, like, oh crap, brake pedal, right? And so if you go from cars to motorcycles, it's a very natural habit that you need to brake when you go to a motorcycle. Because that rear brake, if you push it hard, it's gonna lock up that rear tire. Even with ABS, it's gonna lock it. It's gonna do ABS. It's gonna click it in, but you only get 10 to 20% of stopping power with that rear tire. And so if you lock it up, you're just sliding. You're not slowing down. You're just sliding, and you're gonna lose balance, and then you're gonna do what this guy did. So you need to get really good with progressive braking on the front tire. I'll wait until this thing passes, but progressive braking on the front tire and the rear tire. So you press a little bit, while squeezing a little bit. Or just don't go this fast around a corner. We kind of have a big issue here. That's what happened. So he locked it up. He's losing balance, fell over. Impact on the head. Let's go and check our buddy. Remain calm. All right. Get a Cardo. It looks like a Cena. Oh. He's letting him in. Had to lay her down. We're not even close. What? Look how far. Well, I guess they could have been traveling a little bit. That's the hole they had to lay her down. Same thing. Did not progressively brake. Slam the front brake. We're zoomed in on the camera here. That's why it looks all pixelated. We slammed the front brake, had to lay her down. We could have slowed it down, downshifted, progressive braking, all that stuff. Not have that issue. Not a big deal. All right.
The rider claims he hit an unseen slick spot right before the curve, instantly throwing his bike off balance. Caught off guard by the unexpected
slick spot in front of the curve.
Control and flew onto the rocky shoulder.
What? It's like a shadow. That's what. All right, guys, just. Are we in the.
Throwing his bike off balance. Caught off guard by the unexpectedly tiny corner, he lost complete control and flew onto the rocky shoulder.
No, it looks like we just went too fast in the corner once again. It's just a too fast in the corner thing. We're going too fast in the corner. And that's the thing is if you guys don't take accountability, let's just assume that he's wrong. He might be right. But if you don't take accountability for the actual problem and you keep blaming these random things because the embarrassment of being like, I failed, that's an ego problem. You're never going to get better if you're like, oh, well, you know, they cause it. They cause victim mentality. They cause it. They cause it. They cause it. Even though you know for a fact you're the one that you had a choice. You did the thing. But yeah, maybe they had. There's a. They did. You're never going to learn. You're never going to get better. And if you do this for motorcycle riding, more than likely he does this in life. More than likely you're going to do this elsewhere, and you're never going to grow in other areas of your life. Just take the hit. Take accountability, take responsibility. Yeah, they might have done something, but I had a choice on how I responded, you know, and I responded poorly. Next time, somebody else is going to do the same thing to me, but I'm going to respond differently. And then you get better. I think this was going too fast in the corner. So just admit that we're going too fast in the corner. So then what's the real solution? I won't go as fast in the corner next time. There you go. You solved and grew. But if you're like, well, it was an oil slick or it was a rock, that's what caused me to crash. You're never going to be able to change that about the world. You're never going to be able to, like, every corner now must be free and clear of road debris. It's not going to happen. That's not real life. And so you're going to have another failure, another failure, another failure, another failure, another failure. And even if it was, it's like, hey, there's a rock and oil in the corner, it's still how you respond to it. Oh, I'm going to avoid the rocks and the oils in the corners now. But no, that's not how people think. It's like, how do you respond? This is why I teach what I teach, and this is why we go to the plan method. This is on you to do the right thing. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. There's always going to be something else someone else did. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It sucks. That's life. Trust me, from a guy that's dealt with a lot of life crap.
My Lord. God damn it, you.
What, was gravity the problem here? The rotation of the earth. The rotation of the earth, the way the sun was set in the sky, the barometric pressure, the humidity levels weren't that great. Gravity and physics are the problem, but not my choices. You know, you could make it anyone else's fault. Solar flares that happened 6 months ago.
Oh my God.
All right. We're going pretty fast here. We cut in front of a car. The car's going fast too. You kind of did that. The car locked up. I was dancing. What happened? Let's see if we can get it right on the frame. Why are we blurring it? Oh, that will do it. There's one. There's two. And there's three. Oh, my Lanta. So the guy that crashed is not going to have a good day. That's going to be very, very high mechanism injury. But also realize we're going to look at the guy in the back here is that I think it's blurred, but you're still going to get that nice red spray and brown spray because you're still going to get intestine stuff all over you. It's going to mess up your vision. So try your best to remain calm. Understand you're going straight, and whatever happens, happens. Hopefully you have gear. If you see one deer on the side of the road, always assume there's more. That's not good. So we're going to go and do this again. You see how quick it can happen? Okay. You can kind of see the deer. That's bad. Let's go back right. I mean, right before the deer's jumping out right now. But back there, like even where we are at with our camera angle, if you see deer on the side of the road, slow down. Get ready. They're like little kids in a neighborhood. I make this comment in riding smart because we're practicing in a neighborhood. Is that they're like little kids in a neighborhood chasing a ball that got kicked out of the front yard. I mean, I guess kids nowadays don't even play outside. But if they are playing outside and you're practicing on a weekend, right? We just had Memorial Day weekend. Maybe there's kids playing, right? And they kick a ball out, or they're just going to run out. Parking lot, same thing. They're just going to run out. They're not going to look. If you're speeding, you're going stupid fast, you're not paying attention, you're going to hit the kid. So one thing I say with riding smart and practicing in a neighborhood, if you see a ball roll out in the middle of the road and you're like, that's weird, kind of like a scary movie here, right? That's weird. Assume there's a kid running after it. The ball is coming out. It's like, I'm going to slow down. I'm getting ready. Because there's going to be a dumb kid that's probably 5 years old, and then maybe a parent running right after them. You know, hopefully. But overall, yeah, this is a bad situation. I want you guys to see it again. Very bad. Very bad. Music is cool. And I'm telling you, you got splattered. Got splattered. So I'm saying your visibility is also going to get pretty bad. Your visibility is also going to get pretty bad. Look at all that blood and guts. Ooh, even more. All right. Ooh, that sounds good, doesn't it? Let's go back just a little bit. Doesn't that sound good?
Coming in way too.
I'm sorry, that sounds good. I like that. I like that more than sport bikes. Right in the comments. All right. He's got a lot of stickers.
Hard, the rider panicked, refused.
Each one adds 2 horsepower.
And dragged him straight off the road. But
So now he's got 40 horsepower on that
the bike
cruiser.
Away without any...
Oh, we're getting a little bit wobbly, going a little too fast in the corner. Can't turn very well. We're going to hopefully keep it up. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Nice. Very nice. Hey, we found a road. Hey, we made it. Too fast in the corner. All right, we're filming with a potato here. We're going to have to go through a roundabout. Whoa, dizzy. We're going to lean it too far and drop it. Yeah, typical. Going too fast in the corner. Guys, roundabouts are very sharp corners. Slow it down. Okay, so we're making it through. Very nice. Very good. So we're going to be cruising. Looking back to see if both of my friends passed the intersection. That's typical. It's a yellow light, you know? And if they didn't, and this is what, I mean, you're looking back, you can talk to each other in your cardos, and they could be like, hey, we got stuck. And so you can just pull off into the parking lot. And just wait.
Yo!
How do you think that happened? Is that that's a cop up ahead, I think.
Oh, yeah.
How do you think that happened? Right in the comments. All right, so we just left the left our driveway, and then we're going to speed around the corners and hit the ground into somebody else's driveway. Oh, very nice. So real quick though, for those of you that want to start moto vlogging, don't publish onto YouTube you leaving your house. Just real quick, there's something called doxing. You don't want anybody to know where you live. So you can hit record. So hit record you leaving, because you don't want to like be trying to hit record and set everything up while you're riding. So it's fine to hit record here, but don't you edit this part out. You edit this part out. What I used to do is I would just leave, not record. I'd just be kind of chilling. I wanted to give myself a nice warm up without the cameras. All this, I have it all on, or even have it in my backpack. I'd go to the gas station, either top off or get an energy drink and just kind of chill for a little bit, go over what I'm going to be talking about when I did motovlogging, because I used to have like 5 video ideas with topics and tips and everything. That's what I used to do. And I'd go over it while I'm drinking my energy drink, just kind of chilling. And then I'd hit record from the gas station. And the moment I got on the main road, that's when I started talking. So nobody knew where I lived. Because right here, and I get what I'm doing is probably helping out the case here, or hurting the case. But this is a lesson. So position yourself for safety. Are you the relevant threat? Yeah, just edit. And if you're going to record from here and start there, like I said, just edit that part out and just chill through the neighborhood. Because going like this, like speeding through the neighborhood, we're already past the speed limit in the neighborhood, not good. He has a Cardo Pack Talk. If he'd had the Cardo Pack Talk Edge Pro, the Pack Talk Pro, it has crash detection. It would have alerted his mom where he lives. Be like, hey, I crashed. It would have alerted her, and he'd be like, yeah, I just crashed down the street. Can you get Dad to pick me up? All right. So we're in a parking lot. Very good. I love parking lots. Parking lots are dangerous. It's their own little situation. It's like their own little zone in World of Warcraft. It can be kind of dangerous. It's kind of like a PvP zone here. Lots of people coming in and out. Kind of freaky. A lot of pedestrians. All this other stuff. You need to go slow speed. There we go. Oh, I think my fault. I accelerated too fast and cornered into the yellow line, which made my tire slip. I have a feeling we're riding with our buddies here, like in the car, and we're just like gunning it through parking lots and just having a good time late at night. I understand this. I used to do this as a kid on bicycles. So if I translate, hey, kid on bicycles to now man on motorcycle, it's the same mentality. It's the same mentality if you're a man on an e-bike for that kind of situation, Bike with Ben. It's kind of the same situation. So you kind of have to grow up. Okay? Because like we're accelerating, like this is not how you handle a drive-through. So when I see the car in front doing this, we're doing this. We're not doing the drive-through correctly. We're just accelerating through. Oh, why are we, like, our buddy's recording us? Why are we trying to get super low lean angle? If you're going to be getting good photos, get on the other side of the street so you can get the actual knee down, not from the other side. But yeah. Yeah. And it's hard to get footage at night because these action cameras don't have good sensors, so it just wasn't worth it. So that's a big problem with intersections, left turners. In this situation, it's a right turner. Had to activate emergency brakes because this guy coming from the opposite direction decides to cut in front of another car and turning right lane and runs it through a red light. Okay, cool. So good job with your progressive braking. This is something you need to watch out for. You see that weird looking, oh, I don't like it, mercy brake. Mercy progressive braking. So good job on this rider. Very good. Very good. Now get yourself out of it. Now, look for the next one. Get your mind off that one. Accept it happened. You solved it. Good job. Handled it. What's going to be the next one? Because there's going to be a next one.
It's a very common situation on the road where a driver doesn't want to miss his exit, so he cut.
Love the GPS.
Completely ignored.
That's what I use my rock form mount for my phone for GPS. So somebody switched into our lanes. That's a good job moving to a new position. I'd roll off the throttle, let them in, because you want to maintain a good space cushion. It's still kind of close for me at this speed. We're doing a lot of action shots here. All right, moving on. Hey, nice name. I don't think this is going to be turning out well. Nope. Okay. So we dumped the bike, low-sided, in a corner, failure to negotiate a corner. Either we go too far and hit the guardrail, or we low-side. We're filming, somebody else filming a laptop or something. Very cool. All right, so left turner, same thing. Ah, scary. Mercy brake. I think that's a rock form mount. It's the same kind of edge. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, left turner, scary. Gotta watch out. Intersections, corners. Hey, corner. Here we go. Leaning pretty hard. Hopefully we make it through. Oh, weird stuff. Oh, open lane pattern. Semi wants to move over. Good job applying the brakes, moving over to an escape and allowing them in. You're not going to win that one. Very good. All right. Good song, but I got to mute it. So we're coming up here. We see this. What's so wrong about just moving to the right? Why are we fighting for this? They're going to win. Should they have done that? Should they, you know, will I win in a court case? Oh, I'm tapping the camera, all that other stuff. Yeah. But then I have like a broken hip. Just why couldn't you just move over and be like, what an idiot? You know what I mean? Why do we got to do this? Why do we now we're backing everything up. Is there cars behind us? Oh, we're just going to sit here. Oh, I got the right of way. I got the right of way. I got my hands crossed. I got you on camera. Yep, you got to do all this. You got to back up. Yep. I'm important. Yep, here we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'm better than you. Okay, here we go. Okay, people are switching all over the place. Roll off the throttle. Good job with the brakes. Let them in. Move on. Not a big deal. Handled it very well. Oh, what the? This is Josh. Okay, this is Vile. Okay, it's a different person. Whew. I was like, damn, what happened? All right, let's take a look. Okay, so it looks like a loop. There it is. So that's how I use my GPS. It's like a mini map. So get yourself a rock form mount. I love it. I got the sport clip thing, so I can hold it like this when I'm walking. I love it. And it's magnetic. Boop, a little magnet. I love it. Anyways, we're gonna loop it. There it is. There it is. There it is. He's got gear though. He's got gear, just high risk, you know, probably broken everything. All right, Narish, Regmi. Our open lane pattern, they're gonna switch into our lane. We're gonna roll off the throttle, very good. Let him in, not a big deal. Handled it, didn't honk the horn, rev bomb, love it. Always always a damn boomer, there we go. White stop bar for the intersection, yeah. Okay, wait, white. Okay. Just chilling, love it. That's how I ride sometimes. I got a pack talk. All right, let's look ahead. Thank you for pointing it out. Oh, you know you're coming into an
contact you regarding your car's extended warranty.
Okay, you know you're coming up to an intersection. It's put both hands on the handlebars. Not because, like I just said, I cruise sometimes doing this. I don't have a tank that high up. I have a Honda Rebel, so I'll do it on the hip. You know, I'll be like, not a big deal. Not a big deal. But once I see an intersection coming up, I want both hands because I might have to mercy swerve, mercy brake, or mercy accelerate. That's it. So the fact that he's like, hey, look at this. Okay, good. He did that at least. So he's prepped. Okay, very nice. All right. So we have one left turner. Now we have another. So right here, I'd be slowing it down. I'd be applying the brakes, which it looks like he might have done, and then he swerved. Very good. You could do one or the other. Hey, we're in Georgia. No, that's not. Is that Georgia? No, it's Florida. I don't know. Florida?
We've been trying to contact you regarding your car's extended warranty.
That's Florida. That's Florida. All right. Just cruising, having some fun. Go where the tracks are. Oh, he did. Oh, he hit the little berm. It looked, the camera was different. Okay, so he hit the little side of the snow. Got to be a little bit more agile. Not a big deal. Hopefully you didn't break anything because you're out in the middle of nowhere. Hopefully your buddy's coming back to help you. Day 3 of leaning in RE650. Okay, don't hit your knee on the curb. Oh, low-sided. Ride by Faith. Love the name. All right, somebody's passing on the right. Not a big deal. We're going the... Oh, almost hit that rider. He pulled off. He's like, what the heck? I don't like this. Not a big deal. You know, dumb driver. Dumb driver. We're in Alaska. Okay. Ooh. You can get the license plate by being in your car. You don't need to do that. A little bit better squat form. You're on the balls of your feet. Get on your heels. Yeah. A little risky, old man, but I guess they do it different in Alaska. I want to do a little different in Alaska. I was gonna say once it turns green, the guy's gonna go. Just kind of move on. It is what it is. It sucks. He's gonna kill someone someday. Make your turn a little bit better. All right, here we go. Oh, big group ride. Oh, impact. Ah, jeez. All right. So more than likely, let's take a look. So why are these people on the side of the road? So I'm assuming the rider sees these people on the side of the road. I'm going to help. I'm going to help. Does that in traffic. So when it comes to rescue, remain calm. Ensure your own safety. Look for hazards. So if we're going from... what lane were we in? One sec. Let's go back just a little bit. Okay, so it looks like we were coming from this lane to get onto the shoulder. So we had to cross this lane where there's possible traffic. And we did it quickly because we were like, I need to help these people. You need to ensure your own safety. Move over to the next lane. Don't slow down yet. Look again and then get off. Like, you need to be very careful because if you're just going to be helping somebody after a crash, it's like, oh, they broke down. I'm going to help them out. I'm going to help out. I'm going to help out. I'm going to help out. And then you are now part of the problem. Like you're a patient, you're somebody that got hurt. Now you can't help anybody. And now somebody has to help you. So that's why it's very important to remain calm first and then ensure your own safety after, and then you can help. Yeah. Not good. Overall, not good for everyone. Now let's help these people or just keep going. Another MotoStars video, we're going to be going over crashes and close calls. So if you're a brand new rider, pay attention. Write in the comments if I've helped you out, if you're a brand new rider. But we're going to be going over this. We're going to be talking about the plan method. Right now, we're not locating this hazardous situation like a turn coming up when we're going so fast. Ooh. Oh. Not good. That's going to be really painful. Nice shoes. You can see a little bit of damage to his ankle. But we're going to be going over the plan method. Position for safety, locate hazardous situations, assess relevant threats, and navigate active threats. So how can we apply the plan method when we're by ourselves? Are we the active threat? Speeding, right? So we see this going pretty fast in the corners. Now, I have my phone GPS just like that. I use rock form. There's going to be links in the description for everything, but I use rock form. I have my phone right there. I put in my destination. Hey, I got a mini map. I love it. So now I can see there's turns coming up. I can see when I need to turn if I'm in town. All those things. That's great. And I connect it to my Cardo Pack Talk Edge so that it tells me, hey, turn coming up in a mile. Cops are here. Hey, construction. All that other stuff. It tells me in my head, and I'm like, cool. Thank you, Navigator. I appreciate that. But we're also blurring our speedo. So I'm assuming we are the active threat. So let's slow it down. So if you're a brand new rider, just take these corners nice and easy. Enjoy the view. Have a great time. Because you're not going to have a great time coming up to here, going super fast, and hitting one of these rocks that are like a guardrail. It's kind of a weird thing. That's going to be very painful. It's going to be damaging to the car. It's not even going to stop a car. So that's not going to work. And we probably hit that one right there. Let's take a look. Let's just see. Yeah, we probably hit that one right there. Not good. And then going down the hill. Ooh, right on the back. Right on the back. So we launched. He even planted his foot and jumped. Just kidding. He didn't jump. That's physics right there. And we're going to land right on our back. Oof, there's the impact. We scorpioned it backwards. Probably hit her back on one of these. That's an easy broken back. The simple fact that he's actually conscious is great. Okay, so we go over the rescue method too. So how are we going to rescue ourselves? I'm going to lay there for a little bit and be like, I'm going to do an inventory of my body. Like, where's the pain? Oh, it's all over. Where's the most pain? Okay, can I move my legs? Can I move my arms? Okay, cool, I can. I have a lot of pain in my back. This is also why you have a Cardo. Hopefully you have your phone's probably attached to the bike because the rock form kind of stays stuck. But there's some voice commands you can do, all those other things. Hopefully you're riding with a buddy. Like, it's a bad situation overall. Seeing if you can't get to your phone, you're gonna have to try to self-extricate. It is what it is. You're gonna have to try to get yourself back to your phone, get back to everything. You see how it's just bad? How we can prevent this? Just don't be speeding like an idiot. Just don't be doing that. You might not have this issue. It's gonna be minimized. To do an inventory. Okay, so he's able to get up. Very nice. He had a friend, or at least another motorcycle rider. Oh, had to lay her down or something. Did we hit the groove in the road?
Oh my God, that's what I mean by this ground.
That's usually like a first instinct. You know, I'll stub my toe and be like, stupid desk. Or I'll, you know, walk into a tree branch that's overhanging a sidewalk and I was looking at my phone, be like, oh, stupid branch. I'm like, oh, maybe I should be paying attention. So I think he hit that groove right there. That's my best guess. I don't know. His fingers aren't on the front brake, so that's not going to be like a front brake or front tire lockup.
Oh my God, that's what I mean by this ground.
So if the ground and the road debris and all the problems are there, then what can we learn? He's also saying, like, this is what I mean by the ground. It's like, well, then you kind of knew the problem was there, so we should avoid the problem. Like, man, all these stupid, you know, women that I keep dating. It's like, well, maybe we should stop trying to date the same kind of women that we think are stupid and probably look for better valued women. And if these are the women I'm attracting, then maybe I need to get better values and I need to be better and attract a whole different type of woman other than these thoughts, you know? So it's like at some point, you know, personal responsibility, you know? But that's what we're learning from here, you know? It is what it is.
What?
It is what it is. We're going to watch other people make mistakes, you know?
Good.
Just like your uncle that's never been married and he's over here like just dating all these random people that and he always complains like after every breakup like, "Oh, she took half my money," or like, "Oh, she like stabbed me in the kidney." You know, it's like, "Well, dude, uncle, like you keep picking the same. I'm going to learn from your mistakes, okay? I see these women you bring around. I'm not going to date those ones cuz like the last 3 stabbed you." You know? It's like, "Where'd you find them?" "Oh, you know, on the side of the road." It's like, "Well, then I'm not going to pick up women on the side of the road." Okay? So I just learned from your mistakes. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. Pretend every one of these people are your uncles, and it's like, I'm not going to make that mistake. You know? There it is. That's what we're doing here. All right, so let's see what uncle here made a mistake. Hashtag ride safe. All right. Full gear, so very good. Camera fell off. His chin bar. So nice and low, and we low-sided. So you don't have to go this low to make these turns. Now, why are we going this low? Because we're going kind of fast. We want to get that sweet body angle, and it helps out. But elbows are a little tight in. Sit relaxed. We're probably tight in and tucked. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, that's what happens. Okay. There's some music I'm going to have to mute. Sorry, guys. So we're coming up to here. Lots of traffic going in and out of these intersections. Okay, this is where traffic can move and get going. So somebody came out. Side of the vehicle. We should be able to see it ahead of time. Looks like we're squeezing the front brakes, so very good. This is where we plan our ride and we locate hazard situations. If we saw somebody pulling out, we got to be very careful. They probably pulled out because they couldn't see because this car is blocking their line of sight. They pulled out thinking it's time to go. That's their reason. It's not a good one. You shouldn't go when you can't see, but they did. So what can we do? We can emergency swerve, emergency brake, emergency accelerate. So emergency braking right now is happening. It's not going to slow us down enough because our total stopping distance isn't good. I'm just, diagnosing the thing. Like, what can we learn from it, right? So total stopping distance can't really stop in time, so we must switch to a swerve. Hey, we still impacted. Ah, crap. So what can we do beforehand is we can acquire and use personal protective equipment to hopefully mitigate some of the injuries that we might be having. This is life. This is riding. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we can prevent it, sometimes we can't. And we have this person right here doing this, and we impacted, okay? Not very good. So when we look at what the gear can do, hopefully our buddy's going to be fine too, because he's kind of in the line of path or all that stuff. So we went up and over. Not a good thing. Actually, it's kind of better up and over than down and under. Okay. Yeah. I want to get the frame. So he's gonna land. Looks like he's doing a backflip onto his bike. If we reversed it, that'd have been kind of cool. But he's gonna land pretty hard on the legs and the back, and his head's hopefully gonna be protected by the helmet. But we're gonna have some broken bones, and hopefully not, maybe some tendons, maybe some soft tissue injuries. Hopefully overall it's gonna be okay because he has gear. Okay. Now, if we're the buddy that just witnessed it, this is why we go over the rescue method. We go over this and we try to remain calm. We want to ensure on safety and double check our buddy for any major bleeds and take care of them. That's part of the motorcycle training system that I have here. So you can get the books. You can get the books themselves, you know, learn how to ride a motorcycle, slow speed, 24 drills for slow speed maneuvers, but then rescue comes with a card, and there's a digital version where you can have the card on your phone. So if you get lost when you're on scene and like this happens, you just pull it up on your phone, you can get the card out of your wallet and be like, okay, I need to remain calm. Whew. You know, I need to call 911. Okay, very good. I need to ensure my own safety. Okay, hopefully you know that before looking at your card. But it's like, what should I do? What should I do? Stop major bleeds. Okay, let's go ahead and quickly assess the severity. Okay, if he has any of these symptoms, this is what we should be doing. Okay, there's not much we can do, but we need to get EMS on scene. All right, I got to mute that. All right, so here we go. We're passing. Hopefully nobody pops out or opens a door. Typically, somebody opens a door. It's weird. I don't know why you would do that, but okay. Now we're under the car. So it looks like we panicked a little bit because this car is coming. So we're like, I must get back in the lane. And we went towards the lane, but we weren't slowing down. You could still lane split this. You could still do that. And then maybe just sneak in afterwards. Like, it's going to panic you a little bit, but that's part of locating and navigating. Navigate yourself into an escape route. I talk about that in Riding Smart, the first book, so it gets you set up. So it looks like we panicked a little bit. Looks like we panicked. Good music. I just had to mute it. Yeah. Down. So we're going to go ahead and go down, and we failed to negotiate the corner, and this right here is pretty interesting, but we failed to negotiate the corner, going a little too fast for our skill level. It is what it is, and we're down there. So he's actually like right there next to the tree. You can see his arms and legs flipping and flopping everywhere. So hopefully his back is fine, because that tree stopped him. What's happening here? Oh, layer down, impact everybody else. Why are we going at a high rate of speed? And when I say high rate, we're probably going 15 miles an hour, 10, 15 miles an hour in here. I don't know. Maybe we're doing a burnout and we accidentally like let go of the brakes and oh crap, whiskey throttled it. Maybe. If that's the case, then yeah, I can see it. I can understand this. Moto bowling, yeah, probably. This is why I don't join these things. I don't know. But I'd see if he's okay. Hopefully everyone's okay. Okay, what else do we got here? Notice how nobody helped? Oh! Hi all, late to the meeting. Okay, so that person's going into the parking spot. This looks like it's a lane. We're in a lane. So this car just straight up cut this motorcycle rider off. I don't think there's anything this person could have done outside of the idea of like, hey, there's a car backing out or pulling into this lane. They're still in my path. I'm just gonna. It's just chaotic. When I'm like, this is kind of chaotic. My first instinct isn't to accelerate out of things. It's more of like, hey, I'm going to slow down a little bit so I can gather more information. So once I see this, it's like, I'm just going to slow it down a little bit. Even if I'm in my car, I'm like, I'm going to slow it down. We're slow-mo, but that right there, very broken ribs, easy, chest. And if you got the boobs, that's painful. If you got the fake ones, hopefully it didn't pop. That's not good. Oh yeah, hopefully it didn't pop. Dramatic music. Dramatic. I wouldn't take the helmet off. I wouldn't. I would continue my assessment without taking the helmet off. All right, nighttime riding. Here we go. Low visibility. If you notice, our headlights, they're not the greatest. I use high beams at night. I try not to blind anybody, but for the most part, I use my high beams. Because still, couldn't see us.
We don't know.
A regular car's lights are still more bright than my high beams.
But the rider still managed to catch his license plate.
He crushed his license plate. Okay. Now, I wouldn't be accelerating super hard and super fast after having an impact to my motorcycle just because I don't know what happened to my motorcycle. So if I accelerate really hard and all of a sudden my chain fell off because there was damage, I'm in trouble. So it is what it is. They did what they did. I'm going to deal with it later, but I'm going to make sure I'm safe. All right, right here, we're going 123 kilometers an hour. That's about 75, 76 miles an hour, something like that. I don't know, America units. It's better than those. But we're going this fast. But take a look at the GPS. We have this turn, a little bit of a right turn. You see that right there on the GPS? You see it up ahead. Okay, cool. So you see how after that right-handed turn, there's going to be a sharp decreasing radius left-handed turn? And then once a little bit of a straightaway, then a left-handed turn again? That's what I use my GPS for. Rock form. That's what I use. I've been using them for years. Love them. And I love it just off the bike too. Like I said, it has a magnet, but I use it for a bunch of stuff. But that's why. I like having the mini map. So here's the sharp decreasing radius turn. Oh, car didn't make it. Hey, good job on us for slowing it down though. Car didn't make it. That's a high impact. Passenger already wants to get out. Ooh, probably checking his buddy because his buddy's probably unconscious. Let's rescue. Let's remain calm. Sure on safety. You're doing fine. You know, taking it nice and easy. Remaining calm. Let's go ahead and walk over with our trauma kit. Hopefully everything's fine. You're the first on scene. What can we do? What can we do? Not much because we switched to the next camera. Oh, yeah, boy. I'm gonna have to mute that. Do you see like the shine of light? Nice little editing. Good little editing. Oh! Just not paying attention. Just not paying attention. Hit us. Hopefully we can protect them. Hopefully you got a little trauma kit inside that Ogio thing, whatever. How do you pronounce it? I don't know. Anyways, we're going bye-bye now. Hi. Yeah, watch out for traffic. Side of the vehicle. Yeah, go home immediately. You have to check your pants. All right, so we're going. Anybody gonna turn left in front of us? There it is. Yoink. Okay, we could have swerved a little bit to the right.
Here. The driver was probably blinded by the sun.
Do a push-up, do a push-up, do a push-up, do a push-up. Do it. Okay.
And leaving him up.
That would've been kind of cool. He's like, so we're going through the intersection. We see one left-handed turn. Oh, as soon as they start doing that, I'm applying the brakes. Because I'm not going super fast. I went from a red light to green, so I should be going like, let's say 15 miles an hour right now. So that's an easy squeeze and progressive braking to the front brake. Don't worry about it. Like, I'm going to accelerate. I need to swerve. You're going slow enough to apply the brakes. And if you needed to, you could have swerved right really hard because you're going to beat them.
Just didn't see him coming, catching him completely off guard and leaving him absolutely no time to react.
No time to react. I disagree. Let's dive with that comment of no time to react. How that's blaming other things. We talked about this in the other video, but let's go ahead and dive into that. No time to react. How can you get better at reacting? You know, think of no time to react. Okay, that's just saying that nothing. It's like, how about very limited time to react? Or how can I get better at reacting? How can I get to a point where I know in certain situations that I must be quick on my response? Hazardous situations, you know, like intersections and corners. So I need to be quick on my response. Okay. So I know that in an intersection it's gonna be hazardous, especially left turners. So I need to be really prepped and ready for my response. And think about it. Maybe this doesn't make sense and it's kind of confusing a little bit, but think about this when you're a little kid. And at least for me, this is how it happened. When I was a kid and it's like I needed to get ready for school and I really just wanted to sleep in a little bit more, right? I wanted to take as much time as I could to sleep in more. I love sleeping. It is what it is. So what did I do so that I can be quick to get in the car to go to school? I had to wake up early because my mom was a teacher, so she had to get there early. I went to the same school that she taught at, so I had to get there early so she could do all her stuff. I basically was there an hour before kids were there. So like, how can I get there quick? I put my clothes out the night before. I was prepped for the morning the night before. I was prepped in the morning before I had to go to school. I had my clothes picked out, had my lunch made. I did everything I needed to get done beforehand. So all I had to do was literally just hop in and put on all my clothes. Now let's think about it as a firefighter. How do I get in a quick response mode the moment the tones get off? I slept in my clothes, clean clothes. I put on clean clothes that night. I had multiple clothes, multiple uniforms. I slept in my clothes, even my socks. And so all I had to do is hop out of bed as soon as the tones came on, put my shoes on, and there was zip on the side. So like I just slide them on and I'd walk to the ambulance or the fire truck, and then I'd zip them up when I had my seatbelt on. Or if it was a fire call, all my clothes in the actual fire truck were set up. They were set up so that I just done. So you have to prepare before a possible situation. That's why we watch these crashes and close calls, because we do have a method to plan. That's why it's called the plan method. We are planning for these things to happen. So what can we do ahead of time to reduce our response time so that when something does happen, we just take action? That's why we do what we do here. Stage the gear, stage your response. Okay? Open lane pattern. So right here, good job with the roll on throttle, applying the brakes, let them in, but that was an open lane pattern. So when I say open lane pattern, that's part of the response. You see how there's a big open lane after this left turner, and there's a big stack of cars on the right. Somebody's going to want to get in the left lane, which is the lane I'm in. So I'm going to ride staggered with other cars like I'm in a group ride with other cars. So I'm not going to get this close. I'm going to maintain a staggered formation no matter what. I obviously have to move over to the right, but when I say close, I'm not going to be side by side. I'm going to stay staggered. I might be, close on this side, not way out here, but I'm still close, but I'm still staggered if anybody wants to switch over. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know if it's copyrighted, so hopefully not. All right, here we go. Okay. Yeah, right back at you. Right back at you. So rude. We pulled off. We pulled off on the dirt for some reason. And so what happened was we applied the brakes pretty hard from the road where it has traction to no traction. That's all that was. Yeah, the bike wanted a nap. Interesting music, but here we go. Oh! Through the corner, accelerated harder and harder and harder. There we are. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And the turn's still going. So if you're going through the turn, you're like, I'm not gonna make it, I'm going wide, you have an escape right here. I get it. But you do have an escape. Do a quick U-turn, get out of there. All right, so we're having fun. I remember this on my Harley, doing this off-road. Not a good idea on a Harley, but it was fun. And I've done this a few times. It's big. It is what it is. Hopefully he's got gear, and hopefully people know that where he's riding. All right, here we go. Hey, Cardo Pack Talk Edge. Oh. So he uploaded this edited like this. It's like the TikTok girls, like, look at my boobs, look at my butt. It's like, look at this. And then it's like, hey, I have a crash. I have to at least make it go viral, so hopefully I can pay for it. If I'm monetized, hopefully I can pay for a new bike. But like the idea of like promoting like this cool thing of like crashing, it's such a weird thing. Such a weird thing to me. But it is what it is. So we're coming up to here. So somebody pulled off. We run into them. We could have had an escape on the right. Buddy got to see it. All right, moving on. Dr. Speedo. All right, so somebody's coming all the way over. Let him in. I would apply the brakes and let them get in front of me. But you do you. Oh, pay attention. What's ahead of you? We're not even looking forward this whole time. We're just paying attention to this white box. There we go. Nice little acceleration. Move on. Don't hit the mirror. I saw that. Bus driver almost hit me. Okay, so intersection, once again, hazardous area. We're gonna just cruise through here. There's the bus. Oh, they're gonna mess up my fun time. Yeah, move on. You went kind of wide on that one. You went kind of wide. I don't know what you're saying. I don't speak that. We're gonna move on. All right, so open lane pattern, somebody switch. Hey, we're switching. We're gonna switch over to, got a little panicky on the road surface hazard, maybe some brakes. Okay, it is what it is, move on. Scary, but remember we're supposed to find out ahead of time. All right. Intersection coming up. Misjudged the corner, very nice. Try not to crash into him, okay. So you're not gonna crash into him. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Kept it back, got it back on the road. All right, here we go. Why is everyone stopped? Except for this guy. Yeah, boy. Oh no. That's kind of a fun thing to witness. Hopefully he lands it. Land it, land it, land it. Show me. All right. Nice chill. We're not speeding. We're not speeding. Hopefully everyone navigates these corners. Very nice. Oh, squirrel. You see how you're able to avoid a squirrel or a road surface hazard or anything on the road if we're not speeding around blind corners and we're not speeding in the corners. You see how everyone's able to just kind of like, hey, we're all stopping. This guy stops. We're able to slow down. That's how you should ride. So all these crashes and close calls, it's like, look at these idiots. Speeding. Of course, speeding's the problem. Speeding's the problem. Take a look at what happens when you don't. I'm sure most of you in the chat right now ride like this. I'm hoping, please. Because you see how you're able to navigate these things. That was good emergency braking. It is what it is. Now, if it is a squirrel and you weren't able to and it was going to cause you to crash, a squirrel, it's not going to mess you up if you run it over. I wouldn't want to, but it is what it is. Look at the view, though. Look at that view. No wonder they're just chilling. All right, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. Yeah, they're supposed to be there. Nice slow speed maneuver. Handled it very well. Been practicing the Smart Rider drills. You get the digital version too when you get this, but just 24 motorcycle drills. Just nice, easy, smooth. Love it. Sharp turn coming up ahead. All right, moving on. Oh, that's not a good sign. Seeing a bike on the side of the road without a person. Something's happening. There's another one. There's more. Hey, there's a bunch of people here. Let's remain calm, ensure own safety. Very good. Remain calm. We didn't fall off.
Shoot. He crashed? Yeah.
Yeah, you overshot. So look at the road.
Overshoot.
See how the dirt looks a little different? That's probably where it was. And so if we look at this, he probably overshot going this way. More than likely. More than likely. Let's take a look. Let's take a look.
Huh? Lester, overshoot. He crashed? Yeah. Where is he?
So just because there's a bunch of people on scene already does not mean anybody knows how to rescue.
You okay?
So please. So he's walking.
You have a suit, man.
Brain's working, heart's working, lungs are working, circulatory system's working. Doesn't have a big of a limp, so if it's just a leg injury, it's a leg injury. I'm concerned about bleeding loss. I'm concerned about internal injuries. At this point, I'd be asking if anybody has called 911 or has anybody called anybody. That's what I'd be doing. If anything, you're going to have to get a trailer, more than likely. But medical-wise, I'd be like, anybody call? And he's like, I don't want to go to the hospital. I'm fine. Okay, cool. We don't have to call. But let's go ahead and get somebody on scene to get your bike. Did anybody call for a trailer? I know a guy. I get commission, you know. You could be like that if you want. Anyways, we're going to lane filter or lane split. Good job recognizing. Normally, these people on bikes are going super fast. So he was lane splitting at an appropriate speed for his skill and for him able to apply the brakes. I like that. Now, one thing you want to watch out for when you're lane splitting, let's go back right here. This big gap, like these big gaps, enough for a car to get in. Somebody could apply the brakes, you know, try to sneak in here. Same thing with these big gaps here. So whenever you see big gaps, be cautious. You should already be cautious lane splitting. And the only thing you can do is accelerate or brake. You can't swerve left and right very often. So be very careful. So be prepped and ready with your hands on the brakes. And so right there, big gap, person wanted to come in, we applied the brakes. We're gonna go ahead and switch to the new lane. We're gonna get back to lane splitting probably, and we're moving on. Okay, simple. Anybody who's gonna wanna sneak out on us here? Like this big truck? Apply the brakes. Good job with, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But he's doing really good progressive braking. Gotta find something nice out of this, okay? Good progressive braking. Did not panic on either of these situations. That's the big one. Okay, don't. You know what? We have more. So found the escape, did all that stuff. But here's the thing: if we're getting to the point in the same ride, we're having 3 close calls. There's definitely something that we're doing. You guys can think about it. You can brainstorm all you want in the chat and in the comments, but there's 3 things. We're now the common denominator, okay? Or it could just straight up be it's California. 4 times now. Same thing, big open spot. Good job with the brakes. 4 times in one day, or at least one video. It's California. So maybe lane splitting is not the great choice. Okay. So right now we're going through a roundabout, nice and easy. This van's coming out, not a big deal. We're gonna let him in. Don't have to. Ooh, that one's the one that caught you. Good job with the brakes. Did not panic. Straighten it up. Applied the brakes. Very good. Move on to the next thing. I thought he was gonna look at her. Didn't do it. All right, so I don't recommend lanes. You're gonna hit the vehicle, dude. What are you doing? Especially with a guy walking like this.
Go on, man.
What are we doing? Okay, well, you do what you want to do. You're in the UK or whatever. It's not America. Here we go, guys. We're going to be watching this MotoStars video. We're going pretty fast for the area, so if you're a new rider, a returning rider, or somebody that likes to watch crashes, hopefully you learned something from this because we're going to be going over the plan method. MotoStars is talking, but really it's going to be a side of the pedestrian. We're going to go up and over. Our front brakes actually grabbed a lot of traction, but we're going really fast through the area. So when you have an area like this, let's slow it down, okay? Hopefully we're gonna have a better example. Typically in corners and intersections, it's dangerous for motorcycle riders, so the plan method works there too. But let's learn from these mistakes and not do them ourselves, okay? So right now we're playing around in a parking lot with wheelies. That's perfectly fine, but we run out of parking lot and we dump the bike and whiskey throttle it out. So if you want to practice in a parking lot this big, it's actually a really nice parking lot. It's okay to do wheelies. It's okay to do some slow speed maneuvers. It's okay to do all that stuff because you're not in traffic. That's the big thing here. He could have crashed into a car or somebody else, but part of the motorcycle training system that I have here, I have multiple books in here, but this is the Smart Rider motorcycle drills, 24 drills in a parking lot. It comes with a phone-friendly version where I put my phone on the handlebars just like that. You use Rockform, links in description for everything. I'm pointing that out just so you guys know. But the phone-friendly version, all these drills, 24 drills, and there's also a link in the description to get 5 of them free. So check them out. It's the U-turn drill booklet. But yeah, good area to practice. It is what it is, but we whiskey throttle, got a little crazy, dumped the clutch. We're practicing. Hopefully he's not majorly injured. Wear full gear. Now let's get into some crashes and close calls. We've got everything out of the way. All right, so nice and easy, nice and chill, nice position for safety. This is what I'm talking about with position for safety, is that we want to have an escape path. We want to have our space cushion. I consider all of this ahead of this vehicle as a space cushion. Typically, if we're right behind, this is the space cushion, not very good. Somebody can run up behind us and hit us and smash us. I want to be able to escape. My line of sight is good. Everything is good. So off to the sides, Love it. Now let's see what happens here. More than likely got hit from behind or something. Oh, nope. Just kidding. All right. Steve! No, Steve!
You did save the bike. Let's get you.
Okay. He softened the bike's fall onto him.
This way?
Very nice.
SOS.
Bike looks good.
Hey, that's it.
Everything's fine.
Oh, hell no.
And he's got a Carl Pack Talk Edge talking to each other. Love it. Links in description for that too.
No.
His balls smashed that pretty hard. I wonder if his balls are fine. All right. Nice chill ride. Hanging out. Oh. Hey, he rode it. Very lucky because he only had a 3/4 helmet and no gear. Cartoon biker.
That the upcoming corners
Cruising through.
that he panicked.
So corners are dangerous. Let's see if anybody goes off the road or low sides. And there we go. We go off the road. So failure to negotiate a corner. As a blind corner, didn't see what we were supposed to be doing. Slow it down in these corners. That's why I have my phone GPS on.
Hit the floor.
Uh-oh.
Or the tire.
Because I like to see as a mini-map. Hey, they're matching shoes. That's very nice. I like that for them. That's so cute. They're matching gear. Oh. Gotta swerve out of the way.
Holy.
All right, so he dumped the bike. Something probably locked up. Maybe chain fell off.
Out of that, yeah.
Maybe the brake calipers kind of got stuck for some reason. Mechanical issue.
His brakes.
But here we go. Let's rescue him as best we can. Looks like it's its own DIY job. This is where the drills come in handy on those turns. Oh. So he was very proud of himself and then got a little too overexcited in the neighborhood. Dumped the bike. He got headlights at his face. I'd be concerned about anybody hitting me. Yeah, bike is kind of demolished. Yeah.
Hey, I got that stand up, Willie, though.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I got put in the game. Mom, Dad, I got put in the game. I made a 3-pointer. But we lost by 40. But Mom.
Get that boy right before.
Yeah. All right. See, this is what I'm talking about with positioning. You see how you can escape in between all this stuff? It's still kind of close, though. I wouldn't be this close. It's dramatic music. Are they going to turn on us? Like, that's going to be the thing. So he's slowing down. T-bone. Who's at fault here? Did we have a stop? We didn't have a stop sign. Oh. Yeah, we did. I was looking on the right side, but different countries, different words and letters. That's a stop sign, though. We didn't stop. Yep. Chaos in that intersection. Hey, we're slowing down for the cyclist. Oh, we ran a stop sign. Oh. Yeah, his right leg. That's what impacted. That's what impacted. He's in a lot of pain. You see how he's guarding it pretty hard? Hey, you guys see that? Hey, we have a good thing here. If you guys want to practice your swerves and you want to practice just having fun on the bike, you don't have to go to the parking lot. I recommend you do. But I talk about this when we're riding in the neighborhood part of the system. This is how to go from 0 to getting your license, because in Chapter 9, we go over, all the stuff for the motorcycle operator skills test. But when I'm having you ride through the neighborhood, I want you to look for manhole covers and swerve around them and have fun. You're only going 20, 25 in a neighborhood because that's what it's, the speed limit here in the United States for most neighborhoods. And so you're just kind of cruising and say, hey, there's a manhole cover up ahead. You're practicing. But if you're out there and you want to get, continuous education, continuous practice, because every ride is practice, you're out on the main roads after you've been riding for like a while, right? And so let's say you're riding for 3 years and you're like, I just want to maintain my skills. I don't want to go back to the parking lot, or I don't want to go back to the neighborhood to practice this. When you're out riding normally, hey, there's a manhole cover right there. And you just have fun. You're keeping up your skills. So I just wanted to point that out. Let's see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad happens, because that was a good example.
It was almost completely helpless with absolutely no way to react.
Oh no. Here we go. Intersection, we're looking both ways. The camera's pointed down. Hopefully, nope. Yeah. So it wasn't his fault. Somebody behind him. He was practicing. It's a good looking bike. He's a learner rider. He was practicing, they hit him. So this is why we wear full gear. You know, remain calm yourself, but this is why as smart riders we acquire and use personal protective equipment just in case. Overall, that sucks. I'd pull off on the side and double check my bike. All right, here we go. We're cruising through the mountains, having fun, going, oh, sharp turn, sharp turn, sharp turn. You see how it just like kind of crept up on us? How did it creep up on us? You know, we're just cruising. Hey, pretty easy turn. How did this turn, like, how is there a way to know, like, that this is going to be a sharp turn? I mean, it's a blind corner, and we can't really see because of the mountain. I just wish there was, like, a sign somewhere, like, you know, I have my phone on my GPS, you know, so it's like a mini map, so it's at least going to tell me, you know, like that there's turns coming up ahead. But I wonder if like the world, like maybe civil engineers or the state or the city or whatever would put up some, I don't know. Maybe there was a sign. Yeah. Maybe to let me know I should slow it down. That took a while for the bike to go off the side.
Oh, you okay? You okay?
Uh-oh. So they're talking to each other on their cardos. That's very good. That's one.
Mickey, you good? Mickey. Yeah, I'm good. You sure?
Yeah, they're just they're talking to each other. That's very good. He's good. Remain calm, show your own safety. Get out of the road. Get on that little dirt path. Okay, moving on. Have a trauma kit like in that little bag on his hip. That'd be nice. Oh, we're getting close to. This is why, and people talk crap to me all the time in the comments. So go ahead. You're just giving me engagement. I like it. Make fun of me. Go ahead. Make fun of me in the comments and in the chat because we're doing this live. I like middle in the corners. Oh, there's oil in the middle. All right. Middle in the corners. Because when I'm going around this corner, I don't trust the people coming around the corner on the other side. I'm not going to get on the line. I'm not going to lean this far, but I'm going to be kind of closer, like right here. Let's say I'm more vertical. You know, I'm not like right here. I like middle because if somebody comes around this corner wide, I still have a space cushion to where I just kind of adjust to the outside of the lane, right? Just a little bit. And I'm not speeding, so it's going to be very easy to go to the outside and then come back in. Okay? I'm not speeding. I'm just doing it middle. Because when somebody does this, if I was going outside, inside, outside, I'm on the inside and they're on the outside. And now we're hit. But you notice how he's in the middle right now? And the person, I mean, like we had to get to that. He did a tiny little bit of a swerve. That's still fine. But you notice how we're kind of like in the middle and the person went wide and we're not going to hit? And if I needed to from here, I just move over a little bit more. Versus I have to move over pretty far if I was on the inside. That's why I do middle. I don't know. That's my justification of why I do it. Now, is it the best when it comes to lane positioning and like speed around corners and getting the sharpest lines? No, it's not. I do it for my reason of I'm going to have a space cushion and avoid anybody going wide. So I have my reasons. You have your reasons. You do what you want. I do what I want. This is my justification for my reasons. Okay? If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Try it out. I don't know. See how it goes. Look forward. You're still in the turn. Ooh. See how everybody had to go to the outside? That's why I do middle. Interesting view. Nice wide angle. Sharp left turn, come up. Did you see that he kicked the bike? Very, like, he was aware of why did he kick the bike? Think about that. It was dragging his leg. So very smart. That was actually pretty cool. It's dragging his leg. Get off me. And he had a passenger, so it is what it is. But that was really clever. Now, but why did he crash? Probably a road surface hazard we can't see. He's got a passenger, so it does adjust how you take turns. So he's not speeding. He's going 60, and let's just say he's going. This looks like 60 kilometers an hour. He's not going fast. And I say that because look at the wall. Look at the wall. See how it's like not moving that quickly when we're passing it? So if he's going 60 kilometers an hour, it's about 37 miles per hour. Not bad. Not bad. Because if you're going a lot faster with a passenger, it's gonna really, you're gonna have to turn harder. It's just gonna mess you up. So he dumps it. Very good. Very nice. I like it. With his passenger, full gear. We just talked about those TikTok girls earlier in the live stream. No gear. The boyfriends did not buy them gear. They didn't buy their gear. Their dads didn't, but nobody. They just wanted to look sexy on the bike. He's got his girlfriend or wife or whatever, or, side piece. But he's having a good time. She's got full gear. I love it. It is what it is. Juan, his name was Juan. It was right there. Good job. Handled it well. It is what it is. Hey, rain. You see the refractoring of the light? So maybe a little bit of oil got up off the surface. It just started raining, so it's surfactant. It got underneath the oil because it doesn't mix. It lifted up the oil and started sliding off, and that's what happened. Maybe. They remain calm, getting off the side of the road. Okay, here we go. We're going to go fast around this corner. Yeah, boy, let's go ahead and get our knee down.
Speed, but on the
Some
other hand,
serious speed. Okay, sharp right turn. Nope, that was an easy turn. Very nice. We have a left turn. Hey, it looks like the road disappears, so it's probably sharp right. Oh. Hey, we're applying the brakes pretty well. Very nice. Very nice. We avoided the first car. We stopped for this car. I don't like the music. Thank you for switching. All right, here we go. Hey, slow speed, slow speed, slow speed. I think he got distracted. Anybody ever seen the man in a gorilla suit thing? It's based off. I just messed it up. I'll play it for the next video. Hopefully some of you guys will forget what I just said because I just messed it up. Because the whole point of it is attentional and inattentional blindness. So right here, we're focused heavily on the pedestrian. Now we're focused heavily on this motorcycle rider. And it's like I'm just paying attention to something else. And it's like, oh crap. Yeah, I messed it up. All right, here we go. Interesting camera point of view. Can't see much. We're going off the road. Yoink. Yeah, it's hard to see. Nighttime riding when it comes to videos is hard to see, but we went a little too wide in that corner. Woo! Yeah, knee probably hurts a little bit. Intersection coming up. There's a sign there. Blind corner, crest of the hill. What's around the corner? Don't know. We're making it through. Very nice. Handled it. Just cruising in the neighborhood. And gravity attacked us. There's a ungloved hand, but just sleeves. I don't know what happened there. It was filmed with a potato, but we went wide on this one. He's not slow. We're going 94. I'm assuming, let's just see. That looks like miles per hour, because if not, that would have been 60. It could be 60. I don't know, but it's probably miles per hour. We went wide, or we low-sided, dumped it, went off the road. Going too fast for the corners. Rear-ended. Yeah, this is what's going to happen. This is why you have to look for hazards when it comes to rescue. Oh, I thought we were gonna get rear-ended. No, we didn't. All right. So incredibly bad. Here we go. Oh no. Found the escape, swerved. Check your pants after that one. Check your, you would have been dead, dude. All right, just chilling. Slicks 46.
In this situation,
Switched over because we don't want to be near the merge area. Very smart, very smart.
Pulling out directly in front of the oncoming rider.
Are you pissed because he did that, or is he gonna do something else? Okay, so we have something else. Oh, yeah. Person missed their exit, so they switched over from multiple lanes to get over and cut off and smashed into him. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see that. And this is why we wear full gear as smart riders. It's just gonna come out at you. And the best thing you could do is swerve, maybe take the exit with them. You know, gotta do what you gotta do. Let's remain calm, sure on safety, stop any major bleeds. Slick 46. Don't move his head. Don't yank his head to. Look at the chin bar. So it was down. I'm assuming, right? Yeah, it was down. Yeah, so the chin bar was down. And it's okay to lift it up. Don't take the helmet off. But take a look at the chin bar itself. That would have been his face. Full face helmet, guys. And if you have a modular helmet like this, wear it down when you're riding. So there's the injury to the hand. So it's very common. Thankfully, it's just that. So look at the wrist and knuckles. Look at the wrist and knuckles. I'm trying to get it to look at that. What do you have? Let me. There you go. Every little bit of injury prevention helps. All right, here we go. Pedestrian crosswalk coming up. We have an intersection basically. This person stopped, so we're gonna stop too. Should they have stopped? No, it's a lane added. They should have kept going. It's a lane added, not a merge. Now it's kind of dangerous, but good job with the brakes. Saw it ahead of time. You see how he avoided the patch in the road? I think that's a metal patch. Like they put a little metal on top. That's slippery. So good job moving away from it. I'd move a little bit more because there's gonna be like a little bump. You see the little patchwork. Move just a little bit more. Practice. But good job. Good job everything so far. Let's not get angry. So there's part of it is being emotionally regulated. Hey, I like it when people do that. Hey, he didn't flip him off. He didn't punch a mirror. I talk about that. It's the disappointing dad move. That's the disappointing dad move. Good job. Good job. I like it. I like it. All right. Intersection. Here we go. Ooh, there. Got his leg. Different person. It's a different person. All right. You see that he's attempting the swerve. So very good. It is what it is. He did an action. You have to realize you have to swerve hard. You do have to swerve hard. If you think that you're swerving, you're probably not swerving enough. So this is why it's very important to practice your swerves. What I like to do when I'm riding and there's no cars, no cops, and it's a 2-lane road, not oncoming traffic like this, it's like 2 lanes, same direction. I like to practice being off to the, well, no, I like to be off to the right. I was gonna say, you do both ways, but let's start here, okay? Off to the right, it's a 2-lane road. Let's pretend there's traffic going this way. We're going this way, obviously, right? Here's like the shoulder. The shoulder's way over here, right? Right? Got it? Okay. I'm on this side. I like to practice swerving hard as fast as I can and still stay in my lane. And then I like to do it back. Okay? It's practice. If you're not comfortable with your right-hand swerves just yet, just keep doing this, you know? And then get slowly back and then do it again. Slowly back and do it again. So you're practicing a full lane swerve and you're getting an idea of what you can and can't do. And if you feel like my swerves aren't good enough, maybe I should slow it down when it comes to intersections. I also have braking. I also have acceleration to get out of things. Swerving isn't the only thing, but I want to know what I can do at 45 miles an hour on the road with a swerve across a full lane without crossing. So I'm trying for accuracy, right? So because I have to swerve left, swerve right to stay in my lane to go straight, okay? That's one way I practice. No cars out there. It's like, hey, it's pretty clear. It's time to practice a little bit. Hey, no cops. Okay, cool. And if a cop does pull me over and be like, there was a road surface hazard and I had to switch lanes. He's like, but I saw you do it like 10 times. So like, there's a lot here in Tucson, officer. And I'm practicing. I don't know. You do it. You can say whatever you want to say. That's painful. That's a leg injury. All right. Kind of the same thing here, but good job with the brakes. Remember what I said? You can swerve or practice your brakes. So she did good with her brakes. Nice ears. You probably heard it, a mile away. All right, here we go. Okay, maintain a space cushion. It is what it is. He's just being slow. Don't get right on their butt. Beautiful area. Get out of the road. There's a turn coming up. You don't know if there's anybody around the corner. Oh, geez. Anybody else think that camera guys I get it. I feel like this is a major distraction. Like, I would almost want to get like a tiny tripod. I do have one somewhere over here. Get like a tiny little tripod. Yoink, yoink, yoink. And then the camera right here. And you can get like a Bluetooth clicker. And I'd stand over here because I'm this short. And I'd be like, click, 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 click. And I'm bald, so I don't have to draw hair. That's the nice thing. And I'd just be doing that because this is a distraction for riders. I don't know. But I'm assuming the riders like it. And then he comes over and has his own page, probably. It's like, Death Corner Crashes Photos.com. And then you can go on his page and find yourself and then buy it. I'm sure that's kind of the idea. But he low-sided. Oh! Okay, we're going to have to watch the whole thing. I thought that was just kind of the end of it. Let's just watch it. Oh, I thought he hit the rock. Full gear. Very nice, very nice. And then he's just going to walk away. So he's good. Is somebody just taking pictures or video? I think this looks like a DSLR doing a lot of I think 12 frames per second, just and then the camera guy's like, all right, I'm out of here. You see him walk away? It's like, I'm out of here. All right, here we go. Nice, easy turn. Handled it well. First available lane. Very nice. We're going to switch lanes because we don't want to be stuck behind this vehicle. So we did our own open lane pattern. I saw the guy coming out of the shopping center. I'm sorry, I have to say it right. I saw the guy coming out of the shopping center who did not merge right and scared the Rouge, like the Moulin Rouge driver. All right, here we go. So we did our own open lane. They switched over. We found an escape. Very good. We're moving on. Okay. All right. Very nice. So we're coming through here. Oh, hit some gravel probably, low-sided. Is he a learner? I think I saw it on the front. Yeah, he's a learner. Yeah, but he's got really good motorcycle boots. Looks like he's in Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, geez, there goes the ninja. There goes the ninja. Overall, that sucks, but pay attention. Watch out for any road surface hazards. Pay attention. Hopefully, you're subscribed to this channel. Grab whatever's in the description if it fits you. There's Cardo, Rockform, the Smart Rider Motorcycle Training System, the shop, everything there. I want you guys to ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. All right, everybody, we have another, whoa. Okay, we have a MotorStars video, but we're gonna be going over crashes and close calls so that we don't make the same mistakes. There's some pretty bad ones in here, so hopefully we don't make the mistakes. But we're going over the plan method. MotorStars likes to talk at the beginning. So we're gonna locate hazard situations, assess, and navigate. So why is this person doing this thing? We clipped them. Everything seems to be fine. We're not impacting, but here's the thing. I'm cruising. I'm riding with my buddy, all this other stuff.
Between these bikers,
And I got a nice base cushion, so he looks back. When I see somebody do this, they're either pulling off on the side of the road or they're doing a wide U-turn. So they need both lanes. So you can practice your Smart Rider drills. This is usually 20 to 30 feet wide with both lanes. You do the drills. It's all set up, 10 cones, motorcycle parking lot drills, lots of difficult ones, lots of easy ones to get going. But you can learn how to do this really quickly. But the thing here that I want to point out is that if somebody's pulling off on the side of the road, they're either turning left and doing a U-turn or pulling off. So if they're doing either or, that means I slow down. I slow down to see what they actually are going to do. I think you heard that. So at this point, it's going to be a swerve to the right, and he's trying. Having fun. It's like, oh, we missed our turn. We missed our turn. This is why also having like a Cardo pack talk or something to chat with each other and be like, hey, I'm turning left. So we know ahead of time. So there's links in the description for everything. So the Smart Rider Motorcycle Training System, Cardo Pack Talk Edge, helmets, all this other stuff. The whole system here, it's all in the description, so check it out. That's where we're getting most of our knowledge when it comes to all these crashes and close calls. So if you want to learn how to ride like I do, I built the book so you can. All right, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. They slammed the brakes, we slammed the brakes, we moved on. Very good. So I want to point out, when you apply the brakes on a motorcycle, a car, or anything, front end dives down. Now, when front end dives down, that means there's more weight on the front tires, which means there's more traction on the front tires, which means that you have better stopping power when there's more weight and traction on the front tires. But in order to get weight on that front tire, you have to start applying the brakes already. So you don't want to slam the brakes and then do more, because on a motorcycle, we wash out. If we slam the brakes, we lose traction, fall down. In a car, they're balanced with all four tires. So watch the car. You see how the weight transfers? Same thing happens with a motorcycle, but to get that weight transfer going, we do progressive braking. We apply a little bit, and then we get some weight. A little bit more, get some weight. A little bit more, get some weight. Now we have some weight, so now we can squeeze harder, 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 harder. And that's what we practice in Chapter 9 in here. That's part of your test, the Motorcycle Operator Skills Test. So I take you from 0 in the neighborhood, not knowing what to do, all the way getting yourself to a parking lot, riding on the road for the first time, and practicing emergency stops in a parking lot. But you can practice it in your neighborhood, and I teach you that in the neighborhood. So he's going to do the same thing. So he's going to apply. Now he's got more, and he released because he felt like he needed to get going because he wasn't going to stop in time. So overall, pretty good. Pretty good. Watch out, new intersection. Whoa. Pay attention. What's ahead? Can't make it through. We're not going to try. Hopefully people behind us pay attention. So this guy was just following. Ride your own ride. He seems pretty like, hey, sorry, just chill. Move. Traffic is moving. Go. 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 Get out of there. Now you just messed up the whole lane split. Now you have to get in front of everybody again. All right, motorcycle accident, 2nd Avenue, New York City. Here we go. Oh. So we didn't see exactly what happened, but we can assume they turned in front of him. So he seems to be walking, seems to be good. Let's go ahead and pull off and rescue. So let's go and see if there's any major bleeds, but we need to ensure on safety. So he's doing good, pulling off, remaining calm. Is that a KLR 650? Write in the comments if it is. It looks an awful lot like one. I love the KLR. Anyways, remain calm. It's part of the system. You get a little card, and you get a digital version for your phone for all the stuff too. GGNYC. That's the name of the channel. GG, good game. Good game. 07, baby. Okay. Moving on. It sounds like a KLR. Right. E-bike, little thumb throttle. So be very careful because we're riding with a motorized bicycle with bicycle brakes. Oh, that's a scooter. It's kind of the same concept though. You're using like bicycle brakes or scooter brakes for a machine that's going faster than what those brakes are kind of designed for.
Stop. C'est bon.
Very good, very good. So it's gonna be a lot harder to stop. Your total stopping distance can be a lot more than you think it might be. Yeah. All right, quick reflexes save the day. All right, so we're going pretty fast. So there's intersections coming up, and we're passing the intersection. There it is. How did I know there's intersections? Great swerve, by the way. How did I know there's intersections coming up? Oh, we're on fire. So that's going to tell me, hey, there's one coming up to the left, there's one coming up to the right, and it looks like there's going to be a blind corner come up ahead. So there's one, and there's the other one, because it was an offset intersection. It wasn't a cross intersection, it was all offset, so there's going to be one after. And there's this side of the vehicle. So if we're going really fast, we're going to have to swerve for the most part. We can slow down and then swerve. We can maybe accelerate out of it. But we're not going to have a good enough total stopping distance when it comes to trying to stop before. So we're going to have to do something to get out of the way. So he chose, hey, I'm not going to slow it down. I'm just going to swerve hard. You notice how hard he swerved? So we went, let's go back to here. So he's doing good. We were in the far right side of the lane. We see the car coming out. Let's just say we're in the middle. We're in the middle. See the car coming out. We're not going to stop in time. He swerves. That's two lanes, because technically I'm going to call this a lane. And now we're in the other lane. So that's a really hard swerve. And when I say hard, I mean like he moved pretty fast. So and it can be hard, I guess, if you don't practice. So practice your swerves. Swerve back as quick as possible. Slow it down maybe. All right, here we go. The side of the bus. Slow it down. You're not going to win that one. Oh, good swerve. Bus, why are you honking? You did it, dum-dum. All right, here we go. Everyone's in a stagger formation. You got a turn arrow. Very good. He's going to go wide because he's got really low pegs, low clearance. Handled it. E-bike. Super 73, I got two of them. They're fun. We're chilling on the side, on the shoulder. Very nice. Because those are max, if you go in super mode, like level 4, you can go 32. But more than likely, it's probably 25 max. Oh. So, tram tracks. Go over them with a purpose. Don't just kind of cruise slowly. With a purpose. Go with a purpose over them. Because you're going to get your tires stuck in them. Like that. And I highly recommend a full face helmet like he's wearing. I have a Bell downhill mountain biking helmet for when I ride the Super 73. It has a chin bar just like this. A lot of people just wear regular bike helmets. No chin bar. So we're going to go down. There's the face. So his face would have hit pretty hard. And I'm pretty surprised that the tire actually caught in there because they're really wide tires. But anyways, it still did, but his face hit the ground and his phone went flying. Get yourself a rock form. It's going to lock right in. I never crashed with it, knock on wood. But I love rock form. Links in the description for all that stuff. So that chin bar really helped him out. And he's got gloves. Very good. So he's got gear for the situation. Wasn't anticipating it, but it's still gonna be painful. Very lucky he got that downhill mountain bike helmet. All right, nice, easy turn. We're going pretty slow. Very nice. Oh, weird. Remain calm, sure on safety. What do you mean don't do this? She should have looked both ways, got a little more pep in the step. Move with a purpose, lady. Nice, easy, slow speed. Accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. I say that because it's a slow speed, but you see how the hill, we go up? So if you're just maintaining your speed, trying to go up and turn, it's going to drop your speed really low and you're going to lose balance. So you're going to have to, when you get around it and you get your nose where you want to go, you start accelerating through it. And it's basically the Smart Rider drills, but on a hill. And so it's a little bit of a tip there. So right here, accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. And when I say accelerate, I don't mean like gun it. I mean like you start giving it more maintenance throttle to maintain your speed going through it because you're going to lose speed going up the hill. So this is just like kind of a newbie mistake. And I say newbie, not saying he's a newbie rider. I'm saying it's what newbies do. So even if you have miles under your belt or your seat or whatever you want to call it, you can still make newbie mistakes.
The rider has completely lost his concentration and thus had
You don't want to lose your concentration when riding. So we have a sharp turn coming up ahead. I was looking at the guy next to him. Let's take a look. I was looking at that guy. Oh, you got to turn. Dude, you got to turn. Ah, that's why. He's looking back. Oh, shit. You got to turn. Now, if you're trying to communicate with your buddies behind you, what's the best way to do that without taking your eyes off the road and using hand signals? Like I said, get yourself a Cardo Pack Talk Edge and just talk while looking forward. Can't lose your concentration when you're riding. If this happened in a car, it would have been happening in the car too. That's why people crash when they're... Oh, nice, very nice. That's why when people crash looking at their phones or being distracted, doing their makeup, reading a book. I've seen people read a book and do their makeup driving. Ladies, what are you doing your makeup? Wake up a little bit earlier, do your makeup then. What are you doing? You're like looking at the flip down, you're literally poking your eyelashes and you're traveling on the highway. Where's his shoes? Did somebody steal his shoes? All right, time to rescue. Remain calm. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Ensure your own safety. Get over on the side. Get on the shoulder. There's his shoe. Hey, there's his shoe. So checking his leg. Hopefully no bleeding, but if you can, stop it. Rider went down. Everyone's remain calm. Remain calm. Everything seems to be fine. Oh, I thought something was coming out of his ass, but it's just a little cottontail. A little cottontail rabbit. Little cottontail rabbit. Oh, Genius and BMW almost crashed. Too close. Too close. Space cushion is not good. Oh, they're going to merge over. We're in the blind spot. Roll off the throttle. Apply the brakes. Let them in. That's why I maintain a space cushion, just in case there's idiots like that. Don't hit their mirror. Don't hit their mirror. Just move on. Bialy. That's the name of the guy. All right, we're going to pass. Oh, they decided to pass too. Good job with the brakes. That was an open lane pattern. We switched over. Remain calm. Remain calm. And ensure your own safety. Okay, do you guys see that? Okay, right here. Take a look. What is happening over there? We have a bunch of motorcycle riders down. There was a crash. It was either, I'm assuming, a T-bone or something, because if they're making a right-hand turn, they would go where that other car is because of the right-hand turn lane. So why are we crashed right here? Unknown, don't know. Maybe they were taken off and it hit green and somebody lost balance, stalled, fell down. Now they're helping each other, right? And the person that went by, the guy in the red that's about to pop up here, hey, there's a crash. I must come back to help my buddies. I got to come back and help and all this other stuff. And they just go. They just decided to go. And that's the whole point of remaining calm and ensure your own safety is you only go when it's safe to go. somebody else crashed, somebody else is having an issue. It could be a family member. Think about it in personal terms. Hey, my girlfriend just fell down face first. She tripped on the sidewalk because she's looking at her phone, and now she smashed her teeth in. I got to run across the street. For some reason, you're on the other side of the street. Run across the street and help her out, but then you get clipped by a car because you weren't looking both ways. You're so focused on, hey, my girlfriend fell down. You see what I mean when it comes to remaining calm and ensuring your own safety. So if this person was like, hey, I'm going to go help out these people, I'm just going to go, wasn't paying attention. It wasn't safe to go yet. You just wait and you like, I can't get to you. I can't get to you. It's not safe for me to go. Now we have another incident. We have these people over here that need help, or they probably don't need it. They got plenty of people there, but still, let's say they needed help. Now you need help. Now who's going to rescue you? You just added to the problem because you weren't remaining calm and ensuring your own safety. Ones of you got severely injured. You know what I mean? It was probably their turn to go. They're in the left turn lane. You see the other people doing left turn lanes. That's a Chrysler Pacifica, I think. I like Chrysler. I have one. Not a fan of Chrysler, but it's a sweet looking van. But anyways, they're turning left. We're turning left. They just went to go, and you decided to get in front of them. Unfortunately, we're not able to see it, but multiple Harley riders blew a red light. There it is. One of them panicked and hit the brakes too hard, and the guy behind didn't have any time to react. So there was a crash over there. I'm going to go help, and boom. It's not necessarily the car driver's fault. It's your fault. Thankfully, you're not injured, but it could have been a lot worse.
Hold on. Let's move it a little bit.
You're probably in gear, pulling the... Okay, you got the clutch in. Very nice. Very nice. See, I don't know if that van... I don't know if the van pulled down front or almost ran the green and almost hit this person again. You see what I mean? Pay attention. Pay attention, everybody. Yeah, he almost got hit. He almost got hit again. It's the chaos that happens when you're not paying attention. You're just going to add to the problems. Chill out, man. Think, focus. See, all he was caring about is that. And they're like, stay away. See, he remained calm. He got his bike, got it out of the way. We're here. Now let's go help. You see how he looked both ways? What I would be doing is parking a bike right here, sideways. At minimum. If somebody plows through the bike, it's not stopping them, but at least it's going to be like, oh, I see the bike, I'm going to move over. It's probably coolant. It looks like coolant. Somebody's controlling the scene and directing traffic because you don't want anybody else getting hit. Hoonigan. Somebody's calling 911. He's not getting up for some reason. We don't know how bad it really is, but we're going to move on. Here we go. Side of the vehicle. Parking lots. Same thing. Good job. If we're not speeding, we were able to slow down enough. We're switch lanes. They're going to probably switch lanes into us too. They cross that line. I'm going to roll throttle, let them in. Just let them in. Let them in. The moment they cross that line a little bit and I'm near them, I'm just going to roll throttle or accelerate out. Just get out of there. Oh, that right there pisses me off. That's why I don't do side by side with cars in these double turns, because they do that. They don't know how to make wide turns. It frustrates me, so I stay staggered with other cars on the road just for that reason. All right. Same reason here. Same reason here. Don't stay side by side with the double turns because they don't stay in their lane. I have to say it again. What are they doing? So they just made an escape to go that way. Dude, you're having... What's this right here, everybody? Write in the comments. You guys see this? He's already doing it, too. It's an open lane pattern. We have an open lane. I'm not even looking at it anymore. There's an open lane. I got it burned in my mind. That's what I want you guys to do. Open lane pattern. I'm in the middle lane right now. Look, I'm in the middle lane right now. The car on my left is going to switch over to the open lane that's in the middle. There's a stack of cars on the right and the left. I'm going to make sure I stay staggered with all vehicles because I'm assuming any of these vehicles don't want to be stuck behind the other vehicle, so they're going to switch into that open middle lane to accelerate out. They usually don't check their blind spots or even check their mirrors, and so I'm going to stay out of their blind spots and just stay staggered. And if somebody decides they want to come into the lane, I'm just going to go and roll up the throttle, apply the brakes, let them in. They're going to accelerate out because that's the whole point. They want to get into a lane that is faster, so they're going to accelerate. I'm going to do the same, but maintain a space cushion because the person on the right also does not want to be stuck behind that car. Am I right? Yep. I did not see this beforehand. I did not see. This is May 6, 2022. Even if I saw it beforehand, I do not remember it from 4 years ago. This happens all the time. Pay attention. I teach that in the book. Didn't want to be stuck behind this line of cars right here. When you start seeing ahead of time, you don't get pissed off when they do it because they just do it. All right, look ahead. This guy's going to stop. I can always tell because it's like, take a look. I'm going to yield and slow down and stop and look both ways. I'm not just going to go if I think it's clear. I want to make sure it's clear. Yeah, it's a yield sign. I'm going to treat it like a stop sign. So when we watch it from this point of view and the person's looking left and still traveling forward, the only thing I could think about is somebody's going to stop in front of me. That guy that we just saw. That's how quick it's like, oh, good job swerving. Still impacted. That's why you look forward when you're traveling forward. When you want to look left and right, either slow down, know for a fact nobody's in front of you, or stop and then look and then go. Practice your emergency acceleration from a stop. Ride safe never knows where idiot come from, was come. Yeah, had to layer down on gravel. It is what it is. Hopefully he's doing fine. Hand's probably hurting, has to restart the bike. Stalled, you're probably in second or third gear, so pulling the clutch downshift and then go. All right, if you're in this lane, I'm assuming oncoming traffic, go. Yeah, he doesn't need mirrors. Did you see that guy coming around you? No, he didn't. Who cares? It doesn't matter if he has mirrors or not. You just go. Get out of there.
For watching till the end.
Oh, that's it? MotoStars, this is a short video. I appreciate it, though, but that's it. Hey, pay attention, everybody. I want you guys to pay attention, eat a slice of pizza, check out the links in the description, and I'll see you on the next one. The pizza smelled good. Anyways, here we go. We got a MotoStars video. We're going to take a look and see what happens so that we don't make the same mistakes. You guys know the intro. We do this all the time. There's a sharp left turn coming up ahead. Corners and intersections are going to be the big things that we're probably going to see in this video. There's some gravel right there. We lost some traction. Thankfully, we gained it back. Got a little thumbs up. So that is something that if you're on a Cardo, if you have a Cardo Pack Talk Edge and you guys are all chatting with each other and you're the first one to go through it, be like, I would just start screaming out, maybe not screaming, I'll yell. It's more manly. Be like, gravel, 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 gravel. I think everyone else will know what that means when we're coming around the corner, especially if they witnessed me just do that. So we're coming around here, just chilling, not going super fast, sharp turn. That's what the sign was for. There it is. A little bit blurry, but there it is. So hopefully everyone else going around that corner is going slow enough and they hear gravel, 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 gravel. They might be able to go into the open lane right here, the oncoming area to get away from it, or slow enough to go over it nice and smooth. Loss of traction regained. Once you regained it, get back in your lane as quick as possible. But that's why having a Bluetooth system is really important. All right, especially in a group ride. All right, here we go. We're gonna get off Scottsdale. Hey, is this Arizona? This is Arizona,
Dude.
What? Yeah, he wanted to do the same thing. Not a big deal. Just accelerate out. It looks like you're already in a different lane. Oh, it's just a big lane. Yeah, just get out of the way. Let him in. Not a big deal.
Decided to put your blinkers on too late, dude.
Yeah, dude. This is Phoenix.
I saw that middle finger. Well, come on, dude.
So what? Move on. Move on. Just move on. Part of riding safely is to get yourself in a good state of mind. Even if something takes you out of it, you get yourself back into the good state of mind. Laughing kind of helps, but it's kind of like a maniac, little manic laugh. Pay attention. You're almost going off the road.
Come on, dude. What's wrong with you? What's wrong, dude?
It's time to dance. This is an old video, December 2022. So if you think this whole TikTok stuff has been, it's a recent phenomena. It's not. It's always been annoying. There's always been people that did this. I laugh out of embarrassment when I see this kind of stuff at stoplights. And this is all for the gram and the TikToks. It's not cool. I don't know. I don't want to shit on anybody's parade. I'm not going to say rain because I can't make rain, but I can make poop. At least once a day. I'm pretty regular in the morning. But I was not expecting that plot twist. I was not expecting that. Okay, moving on. Brutal tank slapper. I haven't heard that in a while. It's usually the speed wobbles. Oh, hit a bump. Hit a bump. See the bump? It's a patch of road that is being repaired. We probably hit the right on the edge. And there it is. Can't really control that. Didn't anticipate that. It is what it is. Hopefully he has full gear. It looks like he does. Just has a shirt over his leathers. Or something. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe over his jacket. I don't know. Either way, my brain is dying. This is 3.5 hours into the live stream. So if you're still here, thank you very much. It's time to rescue each other. You're gonna get a little tank slapper, especially on a smaller bike like that Grom. It looked like, or the Z125, because of the rake and the angle of the front. Yeah, you're gonna feel that. You're gonna get that, especially accelerating over the bump. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and lane
like this
split.
one will allow you to understand a bit how much danger is speed.
Okay, so watch out for these big gaps. You see these big gaps right here? Somebody's gonna want to pull. There it is. Watch out for those big gaps. And this is one of the problems when it comes to lane splitting. You typically don't have this when you're lane filtering, because in Arizona, you can only go between vehicles when vehicles are stopped. And there's a bunch of other things, and you can only go like 10 miles an hour over the flow of traffic. And if everyone's stopped, what does that mean? You can only go 10. So you're not going to have these issues. And since everybody stopped at a light, they're kind of stacked close to each other, right? So there's no opportunity to switch. You never see people when they're stacked up trying to switch into another car. So it's kind of like the safer version of doing any of this stuff. So if you're going to lane split, I'm assuming this is California. Looks like California. You're going to have these opportunities where there's these gaps. So there's a big gap right here. So there's an opportunity for this vehicle to switch over. Boom, you get hit. There's a vehicle over there switching over right now. He has his blinker on. We didn't see that. We get hit. So watch out for the gaps because there's an opportunity. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but there's an opportunity. So you need to be prepped and ready for these big gaps very specifically. I'm just pointing out patterns that you typically see. And I get it. Some of this is common sense, but guess what? Common sense isn't very common. It's not. You just saw a dude dancing in the freaking middle of the road getting attacked by a bum because he took his bag somehow. And they say that kind of stuff. They're just crazy. Is he leaking? No, it's just a... doesn't it look like something's leaking? It's not. It's just part of the broken visor. It looks like something's leaking out of my ear. All right, moving on. Oh, had to layer down in the rain. We have a vehicle going in between traffic. You're not supposed to block the intersection. Okay, you're not supposed to. This person decided to come out. It doesn't. There's no light. So there's no right of way type of a thing in terms of traffic control. That's what I meant. So we have a scooter coming in through here. Doesn't see it last second. Always be cautious when you see a long stack of cars kind of blocking your line of sight. Had to layer down, slam the brakes in the rain, so you're gonna lose traction with the rain. Especially if people were stopping a lot here. There's gonna be oil buildup. So he went over oil and the rain and the slamming the brakes. Where are we at? Lowell Boulevard. Broomfield, Colorado. So Lowell, Broomfield, Colorado. I swear, if one of you guys somehow, you can't post pictures in the comments, but you can find out exactly where this is in Google Maps. I like doing that sometimes. It's fun. Anyways, we're moving on. Beautiful area. No idea where this is at other than Colorado. Open lane pattern right there.
Oh my God.
What the heck? Control yourself. Control yourself. Can't see nothing. Oh, sounds like a flat tire. Can we just go over a curb? Need gas. Ah. Oh, okay. It's Cool Breeze Rider. Hey, man. He was a big-time rider back in the day. I haven't seen much of him on MotoStars, so I don't know if he's riding anymore. Hopefully he's doing fine. Didn't see the curb. He needed gas. Didn't see the curb. Went over the curb. Check your rims. It's hard to see, especially when you're traveling backwards. But check your rims just in case. Okay. Letting him in, not a big deal.
He couldn't understand the logic of the driver in the back, ultimately ignoring him.
Yeah, the driver in the back's having a bad day. You let somebody in, they needed to get in. You're being a cooperative driver. It is what it is. If he gets out of the car, that's gonna be what the
What?
What are you doing? Are you moving?
Shut up.
Lane me. I'm here. Why are you here?
Why are you slowing down?
Hey?
You're an idiot.
You're slowing down.
Like, you're never gonna be able to communicate with idiots like that. Just, ooh, nice air horn. That's aftermarket. Highly recommend if you ever want to use your horn, get an air horn. Don't be side by side and do all this stuff. Just be like, all right,
Whatever.
all right, whatever. Go ahead. Exactly, whatever. Just like, I don't want him behind me because he's gonna hit me, possibly. All right, watch this car. Hey, Santa. Oh, how about you watch the car? Nice escape, though. That was a nice escape. You did a good job with the escape. You need to be paying attention to the car. Do you have lights?
Go ahead, someone.
Did you see, like, the red lights? Yeah, is that a police officer?
Não, você tá dando bode de parada, alguma coisa? Ah, tá, não, isso é que eu não entendi.
That's a real undercover. What the heck was that all about? All right, so part of riding a motorcycle is first thing you do when you get on the motorcycle, you put your seatbelt on. So you don't accidentally fall off. You just clip your seat. If your motorcycle does not come with a seatbelt, highly recommend going on to any forums that you're on and ask, like, hey, where can I get a motorcycle seatbelt? So if you don't want to ask, you can usually find them at Cycle Gear. Ask the guy up front because they have them in different spots. It's usually next to the blinker fluid. Because it's an aftermarket maintenance thing. If you have blinker fluid, it actually increases your headlight power, and so that's why they added the seatbelts next to it. But it helps prevent you from falling off the motorcycle. Yeah, and the flux capacitors, they're there. Yep. Whoa. And if you're able to get the time machine, some cycle gears have time machines, you're able to hit the button because you keep it in your pocket. So you just smash your right hip with the button, and it will take you back 10 seconds. So if you're crashing for like 20 seconds, and you hit it, you're just going to be crashing continuously. So you want to be able to hit the button quickly, and so that you go back to the 10 right before it happens, so you're able to handle it. Yeah, Cycle Gear has some amazing stuff. It's pretty impressive what they have, but a lot of it's like the secret menu at some fast food places. So you have to ask. You have to ask the guy up front, like where the time machine is, the flux capacitor, the seatbelt, and the blinker fluid. You have to. Because it's usually an employee-only thing. You when you work there, ooh, it's neat. When you work there, you get access to all that stuff. Hit the other button on the time machine for slow-mo. Like that's not. I get it. It's a newbie mistake. The button's right next to it. I think they updated it. I have to talk to Elon. The original maker wasn't Einstein. It was actually Tesla. A lot of people think it was Einstein, but it was Tesla, and that's why Elon took up the mantle because he named his company after it. So I think he might be changing it to where it's on the backside. So he hit the wrong button. So he might have had that. He should have asked for the seatbelt if he got that. Just make sure you don't go 88 miles an hour. Look, that was blood. It's ankle break. Yeah, his knee's not doing well. All right, here we go. Moving on.
At once without any caution, thus testing.
So back then it was always a Prius. Nowadays it's a Tesla. Funny enough, I think he's creating the problem to sell the solution. All right, here we go. Hey, he's practicing emergency acceleration. Not a big deal. Go to 0 to the speed limit. So. Okay, so one thing you can do is practice your emergency acceleration when it's clear. Practice your emergency acceleration at a stoplight. I usually do it when there's no traffic. You can practice your emergency acceleration from a stop to go when it's green and it's clear, there's no traffic. Because part of what you do is emergency acceleration, emergency swerve, emergency braking. Where are you going to practice emergency acceleration other than an on-ramp on a highway? You can practice it here. But what probably happened is he's a new rider. Maybe he just borrowed this bike or doesn't know how to do friction zone very well. This is a friction zone problem. It could be a bad clutch. You know, there could be other things, right? Let's just go through to the rider mechanics, right? The person itself. Mechanical is mechanical, but here he dumped the clutch and gunned it. So he gave it throttle, dumped the clutch, and that's what we're doing. We're taking off. We're starting to peel out. And I say this because this is how I practiced, not on a motorcycle. This is how I practiced a manual transmission truck. I took it out to a dirt road, and I was doing that a lot when I first started. But if you're on a dirt road, it just spins the tires, and I'm not freaking out. But if you're brand new driving a manual transmission vehicle, like a car, truck, whatever, you're going to do this at stoplights to go because you're just not good with the smoothness yet. And the thing is, motorcycles are manual transmission. So the scary thing is if you do this a lot or you're not very good at this, you can just fall over. And that's not good, especially with no gear like this. And so this is why it's very important. This is why in riding smart, we're out in front of your house. We're doing everything in the neighborhood. Chapter 3 is motorcycle controls. Chapter 3 is motorcycle clutch control and braking basics. And all we do is hang out in the front. And every single chapter has a QR code on the bottom. So I actually walk you through everything. And we're going over the whole process on just basically understanding the friction zone and throttle control and a little bit of front brake just to get the feel of it. Don't want to practice out here on the streets. You don't want to practice on the streets. You want to practice in your neighborhood or a parking lot. Now, I get it. You're not going to be able to get to a parking lot unless you ride on the street. That's why I have you practice on the road in front of your house. And we're not going anywhere yet until chapter 4. And then we're going up and down the street. So I teach you everything. Progression all the way till we get to a parking lot to the very end, chapter 9, where we're actually doing the motorcycle operator skills test. So I think that's what it is. I think it's a beginner rider not knowing his clutch. And to point out a little bit more is that if this is a new rider on his first bike, that's what it looks like. But this is what it could look like if you have some experience and you're doing like a demo day at like Indian or Kawasaki, and you're testing all the different bikes, or if your friend lets you borrow his bike. Every bike has a different feel of that friction zone and different throttle, especially if it's a different CC bike. Higher CCs are very touchy. So, I mean, like, you still want to practice a little bit before taking off of where the friction zone and throttle kind of meet before you do this. I'm not reading all that. I see 2 dogs. Hey, it's Grom Squatch. For some reason, wildlife just hates him.
Couple puppy dogs.
Where?
Hey, puppy dogs. Are they
Hey, puppy dogs.
Hey, puppies.
I wouldn't encourage them to chase me.
Are you good boys?
They're big boys.
You good?
Yeah, they're good boys.
Come here.
I wouldn't encourage them to chase me while I was in the road just because I wouldn't want a car to hit them. But
do you have any information on your collars?
Very nice.
Let me see your collar.
You see how he remained calm and pulled over to ensure his own safety to rescue a dog? Trooper and Prince. Yeah, they are beautiful dogs. They probably just got out and they're like, how do I get back in?
Information, bro.
It is what it is.
Hi, I found 2 dogs here. They are out.
That's what you do.
And
So when I talk about a duty to act, it usually comes from the public safety side. So if you have an EMT cert, firefighter, police, all that stuff, sometimes you might have a legal duty to act to assist in those areas where your scope of practice is. I don't have that anymore. I don't have a legal duty to act anymore, but I have a moral duty to act. And so I have a moral duty to act within my scope. And I think everybody has the same scope when it comes to like this dog situation. Now, if the dogs are aggressive and want to kill you, then yeah, sure, get out of there. But if they're just chill and kind and you're pretty confident in what you're doing and you're like, I'm going to go help and assist, I feel like it's very important to do that, because if you were the owners of this and it was just a simple mistake, you would be so grateful to have your dogs back and somebody there to actually assist and take care of. I saw somebody a flat tire in the apartment complex, and I went over there and was like, hey, do you need any assistance? Somebody was already helping. I was like, I have a tire pump, I can help. And they're like, no, we got it. I'm like, cool. I felt a moral duty to act. And I want more people to have this moral duty to act in certain situations. That's why we bring up rescue. I hope you do. But to me, it's how we make our community better. It's not just the motorcycle community, but the actual community you live in. And start off with the moral duty to act to help yourself. Start there. Make your bed. Clean up your place. eat a little bit better, work out, start there, and then move on to the closest friends and family that you have. Start and go there. And then you're doing pretty good. You're practicing there. You're really good and confident. Then go out whenever you're seeing something. Somebody fell down. You're driving. Somebody fell down on the sidewalk. You pull over, nice and simple, safe, and you go over to assist. Like small things. I think it's very important.
This is the phone number.
I just wanted to say that.
They're hard to see the phone number, so I'm just giving it a call. Thank you. Yeah.
See? Very nice.
Oh, sorry.
There, those look like Rhodesian Ridgebacks, and that looks like literally a Sasquatch. Looks like a mix of a Rhodesian Ridgeback. Those are expensive dogs. Yeah, that's a Rhodesian Ridgeback. Look at that back. So Rhodesian Ridgebacks, the fur on the back go the opposite way. And they were actually designed to hunt lions. So usually they are aggressive. And then they do have a little thing. My friend had a Rhodesian. Usually there can be like a little spot where there can be like a hole in their skin, like right there. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Beautiful dogs.
Let's keep going.
He does look like a Sasquatch. I've never seen his face. Makes sense for his name.
This is great.
And they run. Like this is them running. They need that amount of land. If this is like their land or whatever, they need that. And they can run and 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 run. Forever. All right. But it seems like that was the end. He's like, this is the end. But with that said, grab a slice of pizza. Check out all the links in the description. There's Discord. There's my Smart Rider crew in there. There's the shop. There's everything. All the affiliates like Cardo, Rockform, Voss helmets, everything. Check it out. I will be seeing you guys on the next live stream and the next video. See you later.